Hello. We're live. How is everyone today?
Good.
How are all of you today?
Oh,
I was saying hello to them, hello to you, and saying hello to everyone. Here we are. We have a logo now.
We have a logo.
Yeah.
Or you have a logo. I don't have a logo. No one makes me logos. But you all have a logo.
That's not true.
The Escalators.
Oh, it's
Jenn
probably
made
up
you
on
a
the
logo
screen.
and stuck it
It's
on my
fine.
door this week.
No. That's for greater than games. I personally don't have a logo.
Jenn could make you a logo.
No, I know she could, but she hasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Jenn.
I don't want her to either.
Oh. Well, then never mind.
However, I'm just like stating facts. So, the team, the Escalators, is totally a team that gets along really well and never has any problems.
Never
Oh,
was.
yeah, definitely.
Except.
Is that wrong? Am I misremembering?
Ever so slightly. We had a bit of a problem last episode.
Who wants to summarize what happened last episode?
In the last issue, which is now called Escalators Maintenance Required, we went to Venezuela to stop terrorists from launching missiles.
Did you?
We did, in
Yeah.
fact, succeed.
That's good.
I don't think a single missile was launched.
Unfortunately, we had a bit of a problem from the get-go where we immediately were in a crashing plane for reasons that are best left unexplained. And
Is it best left unexplained?
I mean,
Person with an anti-technology aura.
I wasn't going to explain it.
Oh.
And then you did,
Oh.
making it sound like it's my fault. Which admittedly it was.
Is it not?
Well, nobody died.
For reasons that can never be
Yes.
summarized or explained or allocated blame-wise, the plane did crash.
At my hit points right now.
Planes were crashed.
Planes were crashed.
Songs were
Hippie mobiles
made.
were created.
Yeah,
Songs were played. Amazingly, I might add.
and I drove a truck.
We somehow
We
managed to
made
get
a
across the
second
border.
son.
We.
Whatever.
We somehow
did you-
managed to get across the Venezuelan border in our hippie truck full of plane wreckage, which was a brilliant part of the plan, I will add. Having actual
Totally
wreckage.
planned.
It was
I-
planned from the beginning. You
Absolutely.
know,
Well,
find some plane and then throw the wreckage in a
We
truck.
were accompanied by
We
a
don't
bunch of
have-
UN commandos who were going to help us out, and we sent
And
them
they
on their
did.
merry way to do the thing
Many
they do
merry
best,
ways.
which is infiltrate and. I mean, I actually don't know if that's what UN commandos do best, but for the purposes of the story.
White hats that give them away. I
Yeah.
think.
Anyway, they got turned into pinecone monsters.
Minor details.
Yeah, that was not good.
Then we murdered them. But to be
I
fair,
think we didn't know that at the time.
right, we didn't know that at the time. We murdered some innocent
Yeah,
people,
no,
maybe.
I definitely
Later
made
on
the
we
wrong
knew.
logo. I think
So-
it should have just been the murderer.
They were also, God no.
We defended ourselves against pinecone monsters who happened to be.
We didn't
So
know.
we got to the
UN
launch
commandos.
facility, which had an energy shield.
We didn't know they were commanders, and we murdered half of them. The other half we knew. We
forging
still did
straight
it.
on, and we blew up the energy shield.
That worked out
That
great.
worked out great.
Yeah.
That's definitely within our milieu.
Who was it that got both of them down? Was it you, Jen?
Yeah.
How did you do that again?
I messed with perspective.
Oh, that's right.
And then we found that the launch facility had not only a missile silo, but had a guy covered in needles who also had a bunch of hostages, which were brilliantly set free.
Had.
I'm sorry, brilliantly?
They were brilliantly set free.
They were
you set
brilliantly
them
set
free.
free.
You set them free.
You did
It
a
was,
great
it was
job.
very well done.
That was
And
very
everyone was
important.
This is
Later-
actual legitimate praise.
Later and
important part.
unrelatedly, they got murdered.
Dot, dot,
Later,
dot.
as we were fighting
How does
Needler,
round time progress? Like, because it was
and
the next round.
Mishap kind
yeah,
of
like 20 seconds later.
Yeah.
electrocuted everyone,
Which, so like, just so
Yeah.
that we
including
all
all
know,
of them.
To be
Yeah.
they
fair,
were excited that they were free,
Oh, yeah.
and then cut down.
fair, they were going to die whether
electricity.
they were in cages or not.
Yeah, but that
Also-
They died free
still
people.
was not a good move.
They were not
my
going to
part.
die either way.
Again.
I
There's a
take,
lot of
I
hope
take
that was
full
created
responsibility
and
for that one.
There.
That one was my screw up.
Well, I'm curious where Mishap gets her powers from. Is it from the souls of the innocent? Or
Please don't. I feel very guilty.
as
You
well you should.
You should, you should.
I
monster.
valiantly fell in battle
Yes, you did.
defending these innocents.
Anyway, we beat down
That your
Needler.
team
There were
leader then
many
killed.
minions summoned to help us out. The ICBM exploded, and that set off a chain reaction which blew up all the other missiles. So, you know, we accomplished our goal. And that's when they made me their leader.
Yeah, there we go.
Summary done.
Right. So now that that's done,
People, right?
Maggie.
So yeah, I had a cheer for Jodie from Sondor, and I actually lost the chat and exactly what he said, but it involved bubbles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Sondor.
That seems likely.
So this person's been watching it all.
Yeah,
Right.
Sondor,
So-
type in the
Use
chat again.
that on
Yeah.
some bubbles.
I know that's not a thing your character usually does,
I know.
but if
Well,
we
I mean,
could stretch
It
and
would be
do
weirder
something
if
with
that,
bubbles.
if that bonus went to anyone else. 4 bubbles. Because then I would throw your character at someone.
That's
It would
fair.
work out fine.
Yeah.
So, now that you're the leader,
Wait.
Yes,
No.
undisputed.
Hold on. What does undisputed mean?
With some discussion
we
still
don't have
pending.
this word.
right. So, there's a couple things we want to go over quick, like bookkeeping wise, and then we're going to start getting into playing and stuff like that. The first one is that Maggie's raising her hand.
Okay, so I have the exact thing that Sondor said. Cheer 100 for Jodie. For remembering when life throws you problems, the answer is always more bubbles.
Yeah, that seems really true.
Very nice, thank you.
Printed with that on it.
So
Yeah.
the way that the cheer works, what Sondra just did, is if you
Jody's
if you
shirt.
cheer, type like /cheer. That's what you type, right? I'm just making this up. You type /cheer or something in Twitch.
He was looking at
There's
Maggie,
an
and Maggie
overlay.
was
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
at
and
the
it gets
screen.
It's on the overlay.
Yeah, it's on, yeah.
The overlay that you can see and I can't see explains it. So you type the thing it says. It'll give you a certain amount of numbers. 100 gives someone a +1, and it can be one of this totally coherent team. Or
word again?
if you're really cool, it could be me.
Which one? Coherent?
Totally.
Then I'll do some cool
Totally.
GM stuff with it,
It's supposed to say turtly.
which is the most fun.
And dolphinitely.
Because my job is to make fun. So of people. So that's how that works, and you can choose different amounts, and that overlay explains that. So that's cool. The second thing is today there was no GM prep session because we're all packing for oblivion really quickly, and Adam is out of the office. Next week is going to be the finale, whatever form that takes, of this season of Sentinel Comics RPG. So in anticipation that it could take longer, because we're planning on it being like 2-ish issues, I'll make it up later. So we're going to plan on it being 2-ish issues. We're going to start it right. We're going to start it around 11 and then go to the end. So realistically, it will start at 11 a.m. and then go until like 3 or 4, like the normal time it does here, as
That's
opposed to
Paul's
starting
time.
at 1.
The rest of us are going to speed run it.
Yeah.
Right. So
issues,
we might be
1
done by
hour,
12:30. Like,
Is that not what we're supposed to do? Why am I 0 hit points?
there's a world in which this happens. We're either done at 12:30 because you defeat all the bad guys and solve all the problems, or you just all die.
Right.
And then the
just
afternoon
derailed
is
it.
character
Well,
creations.
too.
Right, yeah, exactly.
We're going to speed run it. Or we all die.
Yeah, just like that. That's the one. So next week there won't be a GM prep on Wednesday either. We're going to start right away at 11 doing this. However, Adam and I will do GM prep on Tuesday around 11. So you can stay tuned for that. So we'll kind of do a post-mortem. I'll talk with Adam about whatever the heck y'all do today, and then we'll kind of make a plan for the end that you will then break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
good.
So
Tuesday, 'cause
that
we're all gonna die.
is the plan.
Tomb face.
The other thing is just a mechanical note. So last time, two of you
Yeah.
made a
Yeah.
bunch of minions.
Uh-huh.
And we were reading back through the character creation rules and such like that, and we realized that actually that minion creation power needs to be tweaked a little bit. So if you're looking at this and using what we're doing here to extrapolate the rules that we have published in the core rulebook, when we publish that in the core rulebook, and now changed for these characters, when you create a pile of minions, like they can, you've got to specify a specific kind of basic action that they can take. So for example, they could be attack minions, or they could be overcome minions, or hinder minions, or something like that. And if you look at, if you have the starter kit for the RPG, and you look at the Unity character, she's more complicated in terms of her minion making. She has a whole auxiliary sheet about that. But when she makes minions, she has to ask that same question and say, what kind of basic action does this minion take? And
We're going to extrapolate that.
We're going to extrapolate that down into this particular power, which gives you the minor side ability
Turns
to
out,
make minions.
we don't just break stories.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But this
We
is also some
create new
fantastic
rules.
playtesting.
I mean, yeah.
What makes Unity special is that she can tack on extra abilities
Right.
or like specialize. In
Yeah,
some ways.
exactly.
Right.
Right. She can make really ridiculous bots.
What?
Yep.
I think that's the new name of the
Ridiculous
epic
Bot.
robot from, what was that, issue 2?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
Which was
the
named
Ridiculous Bot.
Top Floor.
Top floor.
Oh yeah, all of the episodes have been named as well, all the issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to read through those.
So first episode was Ups and Downs, or the Escalators, Ups and Downs. Then the Escalators, Top Floor.
If you'll remember,
Last-
that was when we fell through the top floor of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Because
We have a
ridiculous
certain
spot.
style, don't we? And then the last issue was the Escalators Maintenance Required. I don't know what this one will be because we haven't broken it yet.
Yeah,
But that one
exactly.
was called that because we fell through the sky in a plane.
And also
We
our
did-
team broke up a little bit, to be honest.
I sort of fixed it with a second son that may or may not still be burning.
Honestly, I sort of fixed it too. I broke it in the first place, then sort of fixed it, then we broke it a little bit more in the process, and it's
and
a
then you
thing.
used it later. It was great.
It's a thing.
I realized
part of the plan.
I sort of messed
we
up last
believe
time.
in recycling.
When you created a second son, I didn't ask you like if you might as well be walking on it or anything like that.
I know, right?
Which was
Like,
really,
You want to use your back issue to
yeah,
retcon
I think
to
I
make
do.
that joke?
My GM bag issue, I make that dumb
If we
joke.
weren't tethered to
Yes.
these mics, I'd be high-fiving you till your arm was a stud
Right.
right now.
So, we are now going to get going. So, as we get going, though, before we started the stream, all the players here discussed the fact that their characters have a lot of inter-team, interpersonal conflict that's going on. A lot of dysfunction among the group and things like that, stemming from this last episode where a bunch of people
trust issues.
were somehow
Honestly,
murdered.
it's been building for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So, bringing that to a head, thought it would be interesting before going into the final issues to spend the beginning part of this session kind of socialing it out, talking, and we're going to do it on they're on a United Nations plane flying to Strasbourg, where something is happening, and it's kind of unclear to you all, but you will figure it out.
cyberspace.
John England's bringing you there, but it's a long flight. Hourly Rage is quite injured,
Yeah, incredibly.
incredibly injured.
What does it mean when I have none hit points?
So what it means is that you're incapacitated and can't really do stuff. Now, between sessions, you're gonna
Can I boost this doctor using suggestions?
Right.
That's my outpower.
right. So you are going to be up into the red zone. I'm going to give you up to the top of your red zone.
Cool.
Basically.
Nice.
But you still are requiring a lot of because you're been revived enough, kind of emergency medical care. But now you're receiving that kind of stuff. So that's going to be ongoing over the course of you being on this plane, but then also a lot of talking. So I'm going to
I
let
pay for
you
this doctor.
set the scene and
Is
describe
that how
what you're
we're
all
gonna
doing.
heal up to the top of the next zone?
Yeah.
Okay, what if you're at the top of your current zone? Still the top of the next zone?
Yeah. Yeah.
One off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at 24.
So do that for now, and then if this
Top
takes
of
a
the
while and
next
things like that,
zone?
we might get you.
So
What was your
Let's see how things go.
21.
You're good at 23.
Yeah.
23. Okay, top of the
That'll be good. And then we'll kind
I
of
think that's...
work our way
Oh my
along healing wise as you talk. But the mechanical part of this is this team dysfunction, which is we have to overcome everyone's issues with the team. And once you do,
I think there's just the one issue.
yeah, but we can see, well, kind of
There's
play it
more
out.
than one
There'll be a
issue.
persistent -1 for everyone, though, on the team until you kind of, and for all your interactions until you do this. So anyway, I want to kind of get people started and just I would do a little bit of a social scene role-playing thing and see what you all think is fun or want to do. So who wants to start and say stuff?
I'll kick us off.
I'll happily keep
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's probably.
Mishap is trying to meditatively put Scavenger Bot back together. He's looking a bit skeletal at the moment. There's various bits of plane wreckage and missile wreckage and original parts, I guess, that are in
Original
there.
parts.
It's kind of difficult to say. He's taking shape, but it'll be a while before he's back to his old self. And just feeling real guilty, and just says, "I'm really sorry, everyone. I let the team down. I demand better of myself, and so should you, to be honest."
So you're mostly keeping to yourself, but if you've expressed a lot of remorse about
Yeah.
this stuff to your team and stuff like that. So.
Like I have a list of all the people that I hurt, and I'm writing like individual sorries.
You
got a
you're
stack
sending
of I'm
letters to the
sorry
families?
Yes,
Condolence cards?
yes.
Ugh. This is grim.
So I'm actually going to.
They're okay. Well, they're going to be okay. It's just that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Right. How does Jodie feel about dead humans in general?
You know.
Or sorry, how does Bubbles feel? I know how Jodie feels.
I don't think we want to really talk about that.
No, it's not really extreme appropriate. Yeah, so Bubbles has a weird perspective of this because Bubbles is very long-lived, Bubbles is 600 something years old, and his race lives a lot longer than that. So, like, it's kind of weird. It's like, I don't know, it's like having a pet goldfish, and like eventually it goes away.
Right.
And like that sucks, but like it happens.
So
That's
like
horrifying.
Right. It's gonna be a real dark episode.
But yeah, so that's actually kind of relevant because I was gonna go talk to Mishap about what had happened and try to be
Or mishappened
helpful.
in this case.
So yeah, let's do that. So, so what I'm going to attempt to do is use my principle of immortality to talk about like the grand scheme of things, and like
I have a principle of mortality. I'm just gonna die.
So in the grand scheme of things, we're all going to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter that a couple of them got a little bit closer than they wanted early, because they're like mayflies.
Oh, it was going to be
Just
like
summing up.
a different conversation, but okay.
That's the headspace she's in.
Right.
That sounds really good at this
Proceed.
point.
Are you going to talk about utilitarianism?
Maybe. I mean, I could.
Also, everybody silence your cell phones.
I think
Everybody out there on the internet, silence your cell phones.
I think it already happened.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard it through the
Yep.
door.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody out there.
Yeah. Anyway,
Gross,
so yeah, I'm going to use principle of immortality. Like, wow, you seem like really broken up about this.
Well,
But
yeah.
but you know that you saved a lot of humans' lives, right? Like,
God, it is
You-
very utilitarian.
Sort of, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you blew up a whole bunch of missiles that were going to kill cities and cities of humans. Like, there are a lot of you, but like, percentage-wise, this is zero.
Is this in character? God,
Wow,
Like,
okay.
look what you- I
Give
mean,
this speech.
seriously, you saved like legitimate percentages of your race. Like, you did a good job, and like, yeah, some bad things happened, and we don't want those things to happen, but you did well.
For a given value of well, yeah, I guess.
And with that, I'm going to roll my principle of immortality. I don't have powers that relate to this. I get a D4 for that.
So you're basically trying to determine right now how compellingly you state.
Yeah.
So like when you're doing overcomes and interact with other player characters, it's always completely up to
Oh, it's up to them
any
entirely.
player
Okay.
how they interact with it, right? But also, like doing them often can be informative and interesting.
Yeah.
Because like you don't expect like I as the player of my character am going to make a very genuinely compelling speech. Well, maybe that's not my strong suit as a human.
Right.
But my character is strong. It is my character's
Sure,
strong
yeah.
suit. So then you can kind of show like, look how compelling it is.
Yeah.
How does your character respond? And so yeah.
Okay.
So you always need like mutual consent of people to have anything happen to their character. However, actually making overcomes like that is kind of informative and useful sometimes. So
Is that
that's kind of
appropriate then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So I don't have a power that governs this at all, but I have persuasion, which gives me a D8, and I'm in my yellow, which is a D6. So it's not a big pool. I have a +1 from last time. I'll use that.
and a -1.
And a -1. So I'm just at the mid roll. Or is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
using my
did.
max die.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So it's a 5.
Okay. So the 5 is in the succeeds with a minor twist kind of range.
Yeah.
So we can like talk about what that means, but now that
Sure.
is sort of like informative of like that's how persuasive you were. So you're like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of see that as being exactly as persuasive as I was with you talking to you. We're like, yeah, some people died, but look at the good you did.
Again, no one died. No,
No one
no
actually
one died.
They just got very hurt.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
God damn it! Stop it!
Well, then no one died.
This is legitimately annoying.
Oh, okay.
Well, then,
No, I
like,
mean this is in
All
character.
right, I know.
Like seriously, like we are a team. We are doing things as a team. Freaking take it seriously.
well, then, like the good news is no one died. Like, like scads of people could have been pinecone monsters, and none are now.
Oh, if
None-
they were
none
Pinecone monsters,
are
I was
now.
going to ensure that they actually died. Like, they were going to actually die. So you stopped that. That's very good. You stopped them from being horrible, nightmarish, Cronenberg-esque pinecone monsters.
I really feel like we need to talk this out, because
My character is... So I have principle of equality. Do I know anything about the people that were imprisoned?
Yeah, like
Who they were? Were they just some townsfolk?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so this is going to be incredibly difficult for my character to, relent on.
Yeah,
These are people that, their society or government or whatever were not treating with any semblance of equality.
that is definitely true.
And then this also happened.
Yeah,
When that should have been our primary concern.
yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm also beat up about it a little bit because I'm beat up, but also because it should have been my primary concern.
Right. Oh, and it wasn't. So you're feeling guilty
Right.
as well. That makes sense.
Right, because I trusted the team to. They were like, we're going to get them out, and then we did.
Yeah.
And then I didn't make immediate moves to
Right. To oh, now I will go take care of these people.
to secure their safety.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, by the way, with my roll, everyone got a hero point.
Oh, yes.
Principle I don't get to use very often.
Yeah.
Principle of immortality.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to come up.
Yeah.
Every day.
Right.
When you don't die. Every morning. Until otherwise noted.
Right. So how do you want to, as players, how do you want to go about resolving these sad emotions that your characters have? Do you, or do you be like,
I
don't know if we will talk about this.
I think that we should make specific efforts
Okay.
to prove our teamliness.
Okay.
This is a good word.
So-
Jenn almost lost it.
The thing I was attempting to do was resolve my portion of this.
Right.
I feel badly that Mishap feels
And
badly.
I think that you should take your box.
And I think, now that I've talked to Mishap as best I could about it, I don't care anymore.
well, that's the
I'm
thing,
past that.
Also, number one, that's your character, and number two, you don't have a dog in this race.
Right.
It's not. Well, that sounded grim in this race. Yeah, no. It makes sense that you are fine with it, and that works perfectly
Yeah.
for me
So-
as a player.
How do you feel about the group as a whole?
I mean, I enjoy them. I want to spend more time with them. We seem to do good things together, and that's fun for me.
Oh, cool. So your perspective is basically oh, no, this team is working fine. You're feeling sad. I'm sorry you're feeling sad.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Curious
yeah.
how
I'm an alien.
you
Yeah.
feel about non-powered versus powered humans.
The same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not Brad Bird. Got it.
They're the same to me.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have a whole discussion about it later.
Cool. What about you? Your character has the most angst about this, and has and you as Chris the player proposed this sort of let's talk through stuff. So how do you wanna?
honestly,
How do you feel?
I kind of annoyed, to be honest. Yes, I feel miserable about this.
Yeah.
And I feel like my team is not helping in the least.
Right.
They're just being oh, you're terrible. Oh, you're awful. Also, we're not a team, you jerk.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh yeah, we're
damn it.
definitely
Yeah.
we're definitely jerks.
Right. Yeah.
about
How do you
it.
feel
mean-
about Bubbles? Bubbles coming and talking to you, and stuff like that. Because Bubbles is
I've
not doing
worked
that.
well with Bubbles. I think Bubbles
Yeah.
is fine. I think as a team, legitimately, we are a little bit too eager to rush into battle and just start knocking heads.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely why I screwed up, is because I wanted to do a big flashy thing to help the team. And I forgot that there were people there who could and did get hurt.
Right.
And that's on me, and that's something that I'm going to have to live with, and I'm going to have to get better at. I can't, and I'm saying this, I can't fix what I did. I can be a better person because of it, I hope, but I
Right.
can't, go back in time and make it not have happened.
Cool.
I think we are a team, and I think that, yes, obviously keep making jokes because
Yeah.
that's who we are, but, we need to recognize that we're a team and that we can't just be a collection of individuals who go out and punch things anymore.
Right. No, and Hourly Rage thinks the same way. But is going to require the like proof of effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Cool. So you,
I
yeah.
Like, I think the biggest thing that's going on, at least for my character, is not so much that, sure, you know, we've known each other for longer, we're friends, we've done things together, whatever. So obviously, you know, I'm razzing on you about things, but this was the first time where it was a moment where the power kind of went too far. And so why it's really hard for my character, specifically because she remembers past lives, and she remembers, you know, we've established in another episode, you know, we know she's been through wars and everything else. So that particular type of moment where it was like, no, we forgot really what the essence of the mission was.
Yeah.
And to see that brings up a lot of conflict in her, because she wants to, they're friends, she does want to be, you know, a part of this group and a part of this team, and it would be, you know, a good thing for us to do, but it kind of brought up some of those reservations that she had about what was going on and about this great power that we all have, and, you know, mastering that, and, you know, what we do about that. So I think that she wants to, but it's going to take a little bit more of this episode to see that teamwork, to be like, okay, we remembered how to be a team again.
I'm going to make my roll because, like, just what I said. Like,
Yeah.
this is my feeling is that I can't fix this. Right now, I'm not the team leader. I can't be that unless I prove that I can be, and I can be responsible.
Right.
And if someone else wants it, by all means.
Yeah.
But, like, what I'm going to do about this, specifically what I'm going to do about this is, you know, I'm going to fix Scavenger Bot, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to learn from this, and I'm going to admit that I did wrong. And yes, I'm writing condolence cards to these people because I screwed up.
Yeah. I think
And-
that's very compelling. I think it's just going to take a little bit more.
And you'll
proof
have to
for a
see
couple
if
of us.
I'm
Yeah.
if if
Exactly.
it's more than just words.
Yep.
There's your max, right?
Yeah. And I'm specifically using principle of the team, which
I mean,
seems
that
incredibly
makes
appropriate.
sense.
Yeah. So that is
8 minus-
an 8 minus 1, so that's a 7.
Nice. That's not
Okay,
terrible.
cool. So that's in the succeed with a minor twist range. We're very close to just succeed. Like
I'm gonna just succeed, yeah.
Yeah. So
With the minor twist.
yeah. So you make a really compelling case with that, like a pretty compelling case as well about that. So I feel like at this point, for my proposal as the GM is like, okay, you've used players to talk, have had your characters talk about this and have this kind of point, and where you're kind of all like, you need to prove to your team that you're really the team leader and that you're going to do well, and like work together. So like, I almost feel like playing through and doing stuff,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
then like
absolutely.
changing
No,
your
no,
character's
this is
actions.
definitely-
That's the right way to be like,
Right.
oh, and now we have reached an
Now's the time
emotional,
to do that,
emotional turning point to do stuff,
If
which
I
is
could
good in the
suggest
story.
a minor twist.
Yeah.
Since I'm working on Scavenger Bot at the moment, instead of a D12, maybe he should be a D10 because I haven't really been
Oh,
able
that's
to finish
fantastic.
working on him.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Put that-
For this.
Did your overcome give us a
You
hero
should
point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even better.
Cool. No, I like that a bunch.
So then we go to Strasbourg.
Yeah, so you're flying into Strasbourg. So I can give you a little bit more information about this. So, so they're going to fly you in. They don't know what's going on at all. The satellites aren't picking up the information. And while you're having these discussions and kind of like being as a team, you're flying, remember, all the way from Venezuela over to Strasbourg. So it's a really long flight. And going over the Atlantic, that kind of stuff. And you're heading into a top secret UN base that is a little bit south on the Rhine, right? And you're going to kind of fly in there and then get some like recon and figure out what's going on, right? So is there anything else you want to do before you get there?
God, I wanted to make a joke right there, but I'm not going to. Is that the
would be
visitors
on
were
brand.
there? The visitors from Rhine Valley?
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
true. The visitors from the last season where the team was called the Visitors that Maggie was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I pointed at her.
That's good.
But they can't see her. She's invisible.
They can see you
Right.
pointing
It's true.
something.
Yeah.
It's not. that she's not
Adam
a
looks
camera,
real
she's
different
just
today.
invisible.
Right. All right.
So much more hair.
So we are going to be landing where?
Shaved head.
Like,
So you're going to be landing at a base near Strasbourg.
just at a base.
Yeah, a top secret UN base.
And
Ugly
someone is
bases.
supposed to meet us there, or?
Yes, John England is going to meet you there.
Okay. We're going to land and hopefully get some information
Yeah,
from him.
we definitely need a briefing on what the current situation is
Right.
before we have any sort of plan.
Right. As you come up to the space, though, you see out of the window very near you. A whole area of darkness and dark clouds. And it's full of, completely covering a whole area just to the north. And it's full of purple lightning and blue lightning.
Okay.
And
Just those two, though.
That's normal here, right?
right. And the turbulence of it actually starts to pull the plane off course, kind of a little bit into it.
Are these clouds like really low, like
Yeah.
on top of the city?
Yeah, and also
kinda,
really high.
Like
a column of cloud
Okay.
all the way up. Yeah.
Weird.
It's really weird. Super weird.
It's like
Very
totally
terrifying.
not actually normal.
Right.
This is the Earth, just the regular Earth weather, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's just,
No, it's
it's different.
No.
No,
Why?
this is not good.
Because it's usually higher up and not touching.
Oh, okay.
And not quite as persistent.
And
Purple
not as-
lightning,
It's
though,
usually
is
not as purple
Yeah.
either.
Oh,
That's normal. It's
okay.
Blue, arguable, but purple rarely.
But like sometimes it
If
happens,
ever.
right? It's just a thing that sometimes happens, though, right? It's not.
I mean,
not
it's
normal,
happening
but-
this time. So,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
arguably, yes.
Good,
Sometimes
okay.
it does happen.
Good.
This might be the first time. It was very dramatic line delivery.
All right, so the plane is veering off course toward
Yeah.
spiraling column of clouds and
Yeah.
purple, sometimes blue lightning.
True.
That seems terrible.
Do
It's fine.
any of
What
us
do we wanna
know
do?
How to fly a plane?
I know how to fly.
No, a plane.
No.
Not
Because
as
like,
such.
so like plane crashing bad, plane getting struck by lightning bad, both
The
very
concept,
bad.
concept artists can probably like draw a plane, like that concept of a plane.
That's
I
what
can
I'm
make
afraid
another
of. I
sun.
don't want. I don't want to hit a plane with a plane. It just
You should
arguably
should
inevitable
have
at this point.
specified.
This is incredibly risky, but
What's up?
Sounds
well,
great.
I mean,
That sounds
I
like
have
us.
some control over electricity.
Okay.
Oh,
There's a possibility I could keep it from the plane or like prevent the
that
plane
is
from
one
getting
of
struck.
two tick boxes, and that's great.
It would work better if I was outside.
Okay.
I mean,
I can do that.
no, like Bubbles could just
like
put you in a bubble
as
outside.
long as we're
That's great.
doing that, like it's a thing that I might be able to do. I'm just not entirely sure how well it's going to work.
So what is your plan exactly?
That's what I wanted to talk about because that was as far as I got.
That's what I wanted to make.
Do you know what a hood ornament is?
So you're going to try to direct the electricity away from us? Are you going to shield
That was the
us?
plan. Toward us, I don't think is the right direction. So
That's
away
fair.
from us, I think is
Just
better.
making sure we're on the same page here.
I mean, I might also be able to. Well, okay. What if you made a lightning rod?
Yeah.
If you make a lightning rod, I can direct
one.
the lightning
husband's
to the
name?
lightning rod. I think,
Yeah.
as long as it's
It's very fast.
better than the plane. A flying lightning rod. I don't know.
Flying lightning rod? Yeah.
I feel like
think that would
one
work.
of the defining features of a lightning rod is that it touches the ground.
A lightning rod.
A very, very long grounding wire.
Oh no, now I might have to make a lightning rod. Thanks. Thanks, Jodie.
I will admit that
But if
this
you
plan
can-
doesn't have all the parts to it, but I feel like it's
If you
shaping
can
up.
control electricity to some extent, and there's a lightning rod out there, we just need to direct the electricity away from us. We don't necessarily have to like ground it or make it disappear.
None of us is immune to electricity.
The
Yes,
lightning
that's
putting
why
it
I was
inside.
planning on going out there.
Standing
That's what I'm saying.
outside.
We don't need to attach the lightning rod to the ground.
Okay. Just don't let the bubbles pop, please, because I can't fly.
How do
So
feel
you
about
wanna prove
heat,
that you're the
though? 'Cause
leader. No.
The other part of electricity is the heat. I don't think that's a good plan. I think
I mean, like
parts of it are a good plan.
you
I
would
don't
be.
think the lightning rod
You would
attached to-
not take light. I mean, if you get
Yeah.
struck by lightning, you don't take lightning damage.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So-
Like as a
Yeah.
character, like that's definitely a true fact.
Can we
About your
just
character.
make
I-
you a lightning rod?
I think so.
Is it?
Again, a
uncomfortable
little
being
less
struck by
sanguine on the
lightning, even if you
flying
don't take
part, but as long as we can manage
You're on the
that.
wing of the plane. You're technically flying. It's fine, you know.
There's
Well,
a
we need to
William
get you
Shatner.
I feel like there's a wing on the. Yes, thank you. Thank
Something
you.
in the brain. So
I like that
see.
you were sipping tea, staring down the barrel of the camera, waiting for somebody to make that joke.
Okay.
So do you need to be? You need to be away from the plane, though. Yes.
Yeah.
If you are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lightning rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I see a team plan
I
developing
like that we're
here.
not like, let's steer the plane away.
Right, no.
I know.
Or
Me too.
gain control
I
of
mean, I
it,
could
or
have,
I
but
like
this
call
is
a
way
friend
more
with
fun.
wind powers.
What I
or-
like is that it's taking you long enough to come up with this plan that I'm able to right now write what happens in different scenarios when it does or does not succeed, depending on what it winds up being
Because
once
in
you're
Paul's-
done talking.
In
Does-
Paul's plan, it was, oh no, Jen has past lives. Surely she was a pilot. And we're like, no, we're going to turn him into a lightning rod.
It's all good.
Is there any way I can banter with this storm?
No, there is not.
All right. First off, okay, I want a parachute.
Okay.
Just in case.
That's fair. I'm sure there's parachutes on the plane.
I get a parachute.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
go to the door.
Cool.
Let
Before
me know
you-
when you're ready.
Yeah, before you jump out.
What's the plan?
So-
Tell me the actual plan.
I feel
I'm very confused. I like it.
think what's going to happen, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're going to walk out onto the wing of the plane, and I am going to craft a giant lightning rod that I assume will be held on by some sort of backpack type thing, lightning rod. And then Jodie's going to use a bubble to float you away from the plane so that you can draw all of the lightning over there. Meanwhile, Hourly Rage is going to send friendly banter to make you feel better about
I think
this
that-
plan.
Play a song.
Yeah.
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 You're going to serenade him out there. while
November
he's-
Rain.
Are you gonna play?
All right, we're in.
Are you gonna play November Rain?
Or Purple Rain.
That's good.
Sweet November rain.
That's good.
Purple Rain.
It is November.
No.
It's canonically
Come on,
November now.
Purple Lightning and
We
whatever.
missed Halloween. Oh.
All right, so should I guess I should go
Yeah.
first? Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's true.
That sounds good.
that's it.
Sure.
Good
I'm
could mean a
gonna
lot
go-
of things in
I'm
this
gonna go check on the
situation.
pilot.
Could you make me some
Yes.
sticky bubbles
Okay.
so that I don't fall off the wing immediately?
So the pilots are having a lot of
I
trouble.
mean,
The plane's kind of being pulled
we don't want you
in that
touching
direction,
the
having a little bit of.
plane,
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm stronger than them.
That's
okay,
true.
just make sure to catch
Is
me
this-
if
Yeah,
Off
oh yeah,
thing.
no, that's my thing.
A human, a non-powered human, could do, assuming they were the strongest human.
Like, turn it back.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Like, is it even possible to correct the course of this plane at all for a human?
For a non-powered human.
For a non-powered human, because then I just do it. Like, I just don't even roll for it. I just
So,
do it. Like, that is the
all I-
principle of strength is, nah, I just do it.
Not from the cockpit, but I'll tell you what you could do.
Climb out on the wing and
Yeah. No, on the tail. In that case.
let's do it. I need a parachute.
There are parachutes on the plane.
No, I want you to make, no.
All right, fine. I make you a
Conjure me a
real
parachute.
enough
So
parachute.
if you do that, I'll let you just like pull the tail rudder over, no problem.
I'm also going to tether myself to this plane with some sort of rope or whatever, which seems foolish.
Okay.
But I'm also very strong, so I could probably pull myself back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doing this for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are
Let
two
me-
problems.
That's true.
There's
first.
a plane crashing, and there's lightning. And then an old lady died.
Let me go first so that I can draw the lightning away.
So I do a rules question here. I need to create your lightning rod. Normally, when I craft illusions, it's to attack.
Chris just got the reference that Matt made 30 seconds later. Do you know the song? You know the song I'm saying? What are the rest of the words? Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't listen to live.
I don't either. I don't know. I know I've heard it though.
The band is live.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
The
the lightning
placenta
crash.
falls to the floor.
Yes, that it
Gross.
is. Yes,
Yuck.
that it is.
Well,
So
time to close down this stream.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
Mosey on out of here.
in order to do this,
Yes.
usually when I am creating or like crafting some like I'm not sure it seems like it would be better if it was a boost of some sort, but I don't know that I can do that.
What are you wanting to do?
Well, I
Tell me the
just need
tale.
to turn him into a giant lightning rod.
Oh, yeah.
That does sound like a boost.
So
So-
what, it would be a boost
Yeah.
to allow. What are you trying to? You're going to try to.
I'm just going to try and
draw
direct the lightning
away
away
the
from the
lightning.
plane.
Oh, okay.
And I have electricity powers. I can
Right.
control electricity.
So I just
That's
need to
beautiful.
turn
That's a
him
boost.
into a giant.
Heck
so,
So
You're just crafting a boost.
Just-
boost.
Okay, so
before
just do a regular.
before we
roll.
start this,
Yeah.
am I also boosting in this
So
situation?
what you're doing is an overcome.
I'm doing
the
overcome.
overcome is
Okay.
make Mishap not fall off the plane.
Perfect. Because I want to know, because I can
Make
boost
Mishap
all
not fall
allies.
off the plane until it's such time that Mishap falls off the plane.
Right.
Yeah.
Floats off the plane.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yes.
make Mishap not hit the
Like-
ground at a velocity
Right.
that
Successfully
will kill
direct Mishap through the air in such a vector as you and she see fit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Thank you.
That is the description of this overcome.
I would suggest using bubbles.
Yeah, no, I think I have to. Principle of bubbles.
And you have +1 for that.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to roll to attempt to craft you a.
Right, so you're going to
Lightning
create a
rod.
lightning rod, and then you're going to make an overcome.
Well, I guess we're using that.
We will figure out our stuff later.
So,
When
as a
red go.
boost, I've got a 1, and an 8.
Right.
And I have a -1 from team.
Right,
function.
so no bonus or penalty is created.
You
what
are
it says
on
here.
your own.
No, I have a lightning rod. It's a non-functional lightning rod, but I still have it.
Yes,
Right.
it's decorative.
You're right.
Thank you.
You
Decorative
only
lightning rod.
succeed in
Confident.
making the thing.
Okay.
It
there's
just might
no
not help.
additional. Okay. So you now
might be
have
useless.
a backpack that comes up and
I
it
wonder
points
what
way in
Chad's
the
saying.
air, and it has tiny little wings because it's a lightning rod.
I'm going to put an exclamation point after the 0 because, makes it spicier.
0 factorial. Which is also 0.
So you are now up.
Yes.
I kind of
It is.
envision it
So we
like
just
you know
have
the
0.
flying
We don't need
keys
to
in
say the
Harry
rest of
Potter.
it.
It's kind of like without the key part, you just got this big rod coming off the back with tiny little wings. You're a lightning rod. Congratulations.
Good. It's a good
It's
start.
gold, so it complements your
Thank you.
costume
Right,
there.
because you wouldn't
Right.
be
Right.
so gauchish to
no, we
make
can't.
something.
It shouldn't clash or anything.
Right. It's got to match.
So then you are going to help
Yeah.
Mishap get out there. Are you then going to help Owly Rage get out on the plane?
No, because I
got them.
think that to make this work, I have
Yeah.
to kind of maintain being part of this.
It might help in certain situations.
Right.
You're not wrong about that.
So because of that, I'm going to use bubbles because I'm using principle of bubbles, and I'm going to
Yeah.
use alertness because I have to keep with this.
Right.
And then my status die.
Right.
You're saddest to die.
It is actually.
Right.
Oh, that's 6.
Yeah.
Because you're healthy.
Right.
Because you didn't. Never mind.
Yeah. So
You didn't almost
yeah,
die.
yeah. Make this.
Yeah. So before I do this, I'm gonna walk up to you, rather than just
That one was my fault.
putting the bubble there
I'm
that
not
I
putting
normally
that
do.
all on you.
I'm gonna size you up for a little bit and really focus on what I'm doing.
That's unnerving.
Then I encase you in a bubble, and then I look at it and I said, "No, that's not quite right. You need a little bit more." And I reach through the bubble, and I put a little bubble beard on your face for more bubbles for Sanvar.
Not enough bubbles. More bubbles.
And my max is an 8,
Yeah.
and it's just an 8.
Fantastic. So the action completely succeeds.
Great.
So that means that you are very stable going out there. In spite of the fact that there's wind buffeting you around and stuff like that, I was going to make a minor twist that hindered you in some way. But it doesn't, because the bubbles are very well done. The bubble beard is essential
Yeah.
to this
Stabilizer.
entire...
It's important.
Yeah,
Right.
it's an essential stabilizing
It's like
element.
a gyroscope.
It balances out the tall lightning rod with the beard. Yeah.
Right. So now you're out there. So what I want to do is have you make the overcome to get out on the tail of the plane.
Right.
Then have you make your roll to direct the lightning.
Yep.
And then we'll see what happens from there.
This is all strength all day.
I like
all day,
how
every day.
your character is in the red zone, not doing great. And I was like, I'm going to climb out on the back of this plane.
Who else is gonna? Who else is gonna? Gotta do. Gotta do. Gotta get the work done. I have. So the music scene help me in any way, or criminal underworld, or no? That's gonna be a 4. So it's definitely strength.
You know a lot about
You
the
could
band
use some-
airplane.
Some sweet
I don't know.
dance moves to get out there.
What's our altitude? Do I care about the band air supply?
A little bit.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to default on my quality, but it's powers of strength. I'm using
The
my
reason why
principle
you
of
can go
strength.
out there without air supply on, though, this is something some normal humans could survive
Yeah.
in oxygen levels at this altitude. Yeah. And so since some normal humans could do it, I assume that you can.
Just hold on to the fact that this would be a totally sweet album cover.
Right.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be great.
He gets to the end, he takes a selfie for his
like-
cover.
So you have a rope, but
really,
you're just like,
really like hard perspective, like
Yeah.
a deep perspective
No,
plane.
that's my
Yeah,
qualities.
that's really
You
good.
Yeah.
can't use perspective.
Oh. So is that about the mail or no? So let's see if I can hold on to the side of a plane at all. It's a max die, and there's 2 8s in there, so it's a 7. So there's a twist.
yeah. So okay, so you succeed with
It's a
a minor
minor
twist.
twist, yeah.
So you do that. You're able to get out there, and you're stable like on there. There's a lot of wind going around. There's a lot of
I imagine that I'm
Yeah.
I'm climbing down the rope. I'm doing the Adam West thing, but backwards. Down the
yeah.
plane.
Like this is something that might be in like I was gonna say maybe a James Bond movie, but this is like a little bit more like one of the later Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's where you are.
definitely.
You're in
Yeah, yeah.
like Mission
Red light, green
Impossible
light, bubble gum,
7
blows
or
up the
something like
helicopter.
that.
That's
Whatever,
great.
wherever we are.
Well, at least now you know what you can hum on the way down.
Yeah. So now you're out there. You're both out.
Closing time. I'm gonna let you out into the world.
Oh boy. All right.
So what is your plan, Mishap?
My plan is to let go of the airplane and drift because we've
Yeah.
agreed on that being the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a parachute on.
You're gonna skid
Yes.
around a corner.
But yeah,
was
once
a
it's
good
reiterate,
call.
I definitely have a
Yeah.
parachute
The
on.
kind of thing they might do in Tokyo. Just so we're clear.
Oh boy, thank you. Tokyo drifting all over the place. All right, anyway, enough tomfoolery.
Is it?
No, it really
Okay.
isn't ever. I'm going to use my electrical powers, and this is definitely a.
What are you trying to do here?
Dauntless
Tell me
I'm
what
honestly just trying to collect the energy and
And
guide
redirect-
it down the lightning rod to the ground.
Okay, so this is going to be 2 overcomes,
Yep, sure.
right? One is going to be to redirect the energy in, and the other one is going to be to shoot it out to where you want to go. Like,
Yep, absolutely.
Kind of like.
At the bad guys. It's pointed at the bad guys. Do we know who the bad guys
We
are?
don't.
Unfortunately.
Nah.
Not at the base.
All right.
Just a suggestion.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah,
I
no, we
can't
have
see
no
the
idea.
ground.
Yeah.
And also, it's a secret base.
I didn't say it was a good suggestion. I just said it was.
All right. Well, that's a D8 and also a D8 and also a D8.
Okay.
So
Oh, the last time we rolled this dice pool, it was all ones, by the way. Just
I'm going to go ahead and use my
It was me, but-
+2 from last issue.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Hey,
What
that
can
would've
is there a
been
story thing about that you want to say?
I really screwed up, and the last time I used electricity, like specifically
Yeah,
the
that's
last
true.
time I used electricity.
good. I like it.
You're gonna put it where you want it this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to learn from this.
Gold earn it. Those are numbers.
And that is a 10, -1. So that's
Oh, fantastic!
That's
So
fine.
you completely succeed, and the lightning
Why
that was like
-1?
lightning around,
Because of our team.
even the
She has
purple
a-
lightning,
Yeah.
everything like that.
+2 for the roll, and then -1 for the team dysfunction.
You have now managed to channel it in to you, so it's coming in. So the lightning is coming to your. How do you want to have this visually look? To your
I mean,
outstretched
it's
hand.
just going to my hands.
Yeah, nice. Okay, good. Both hands.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
I like to think that it's changing from purple to yellow because that's the
Oh,
color
yeah.
of the lightning that I
Heck
tend
yes,
to deal with.
absolutely.
Heckin' yes, it is.
And then I'm going to use my +3 because I have a +3 from last issue
Yeah.
again because I screwed up with lightning
Yep.
to just shoot it into the ground and get rid of
Specifically,
this.
not as civilians, right?
Yeah, specifically not at civilians.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a -1 on this because you're being really super freaking ridiculously careful to not ever hit any civilians.
Yeah, yeah,
However,
that's fine.
that's what you're doing, right? So you're gonna hit like a completely empty field, nothing bad there.
Hopefully.
The crops. Oh, no.
And the max is a 5,
Okay.
which is +3 -2. So
So
we're
that gives
at
you 6. So that is a success with a minor twist. All right.
And you know what? It's early, but I'm actually going to use my collected trade
Okay.
to max out the max the 5 into an 8.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
Mishap has been hit by lightning before.
Yes.
Specifically when she arrived on like this plane.
Right.
And it was like, oh,
You're off.
that's when I learned I'm immune to lightning, and it's something I can deal with.
So
That's
you're the
awesome.
reason they're
It
targeting the
completely
plane.
succeeds.
I was going to suggest there was a literal minor twist, and her bubble was just spinning, and she just eventually froze up.
Yeah. So,
It's a
so
cow.
this entire portion of the massive storm kind of area is now, at least for now, devoid of lightning. Like you can see there's lightning other places, but nowhere near you're not threatening the plane at all. Completely
Great.
success.
Now we need to redirect the plane.
Right. So
Yes.
So you're not going to get hit by lightning, which is great.
Correct.
How many overcomes do you need me to make to? Am I at the tail runner?
Yeah.
As needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
You tell me, because it's going to be very much like the last one.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, is it a thing that a human
How
could
many
do?
negatives I have? Oh, I don't.
Could a human push the rudder?
Almost certainly not. I'm same team, but like no,
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. No,
But
I'm not
this
flying.
is something that you, as a
I am
super strong
assisting
person,
the
is going to be doing. So it's going to be good. Yeah.
and like the plane might not be operable after this, but that's fine also because if it's on
Right.
the ground safely,
We never
I'm
fly
on the
back
ground
out
safely.
with the same plane. It's
Right.
okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, so all you have is the -1 to this.
Just the -1.
Yep.
Planes are disposable, right? They don't cost very much to make. You
This
just-
is
one time you
totally.
just throw them out.
That's how they work.
this is a pretty
I feel like we
important
should start
task
looking into
to
rail
do.
travel. Nothing goes wrong on a train.
There are innocent people on this plane,
Yeah.
regardless of equality. Like they're people of standing, but it doesn't matter. You know, bad things happened to innocents
Yeah.
before, so I'm gonna burn my +2 from the previous issue on this.
Oh, fantastic.
So a net +1. I don't want to look. Oh, it's an 11. Yeah, it's a 12.
Okay. So that you succeed
You get
beyond
-1.
expectation. So
Yeah, he
No,
boosted
I
it.
boosted it by
sorry.
2.
Yeah,
+1, so it was a
right.
net +1.
So you succeed beyond expectations. So you completely redirect the plane. It is now perfectly well on course, and you're back here. Everything is great.
Now it's an album cover.
Yes.
Because now I'm just
Yeah.
riding it, like I'm just hanging on the back, just
Successfully took a
redirecting this
selfie.
plane.
And so you
I have
like
lashed the rope around it.
Yeah.
It's like a Bronco.
yeah.
The car, not because it's a plane. You know, there's none of the features of a horse.
That's true. So you succeed, and I will give you a
Has a nose and a tail.
+1 boost that you can use in the future because of how
Ooh.
sweet this album cover was.
Nice. I'm into that. I'm just gonna put it right here with these other ones.
So the plane now lands at this base.
We find the base.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the UN, the pilots knew where the base was. That makes
Oh,
sense.
and you guys all get a hero point.
Oh, we are full on hero points
Yeah.
already.
Oh.
By the way,
Oh wow.
I used 2 principles of strength. You used a principle of bubbles. You used a principle of
Principle
lightning.
of the team. And lightning.
Principle of electricities.
So this
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So
We-
here's my question about all
So
of
now we
this.
don't have to try it all. We've gotten the maximum amount of.
Is all of this enough to convince you two that like we can kind of operate as a team? Because we kind of did.
Yeah, no, I very much was thinking the same thing. So, principle of great power, I feel like having landed safely and seen this, specifically the fact that you did use your greatest power and it was a thing that you had to work very hard to control. And I understand what that's like because I also had to work very hard to master and control my ability, which is basically I can just bring anything into existence that I want.
God, we are
and-
this close to being supervillains. Every one of us.
Yeah.
Except for you. Maybe.
I'm adorable.
I mean,
And so, you know,
just
I
because no
respect
one would
that.
buy that comic, I think.
Okay.
The most adorable villain.
So
Oh, wait, that exists.
I'll roll
Archie.
intuition for that one. Insight and yellow. Another D8. I need another
He's
D8.
got the bow and arrow, right?
I'm stealing one of your D8s.
I've never figured out when Jodie's about to stop laughing, then I can bring it back up like a roller coaster.
That's a really good talent.
It's really good for
practice.
the stream.
It is.
It's not particularly hard to hard.
If I can make your face match your hair, I have achieved my goals in life.
And you get a +2 boost for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 6. So
Okay.
succeed with a minor twist.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've gone over to you, like you're taking off your,
Taking off the
your
lightning rod.
lightning rod and whatnot, and I walk over and I'm like, you know,
Parachute
sometimes
on just in case.
right. Sometimes, you know, when I'm working on a piece of art and I've really got that one color I need to get, and I mix a red and a brown, and it just turns black and terrible. But you know, you found a way to just overcome that and take that paint and make something beautiful with it, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. really nice.
She's nicer than I am.
It's really knives.
Red and brown also don't mix to make black, but that's fine.
They do if you do it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it very wrong. There was a chemical reaction.
Right.
Knives chow.
It turns,
It
fuse, it's
Right.
fine, whatever.
That's what streaming is,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That's why Twitch
Live
is-
streams.
Live streaming
just
is
say the
just
first
we
thing
just
that comes to
say
your
the
mind.
first thing.
That's this entire game.
It's-
Maggie saying no.
My minor twist is that I've revealed that I actually
don't
don't know
know.
color theory.
Graphic design, right?
I have a Bachelor of Arts.
More like Bachelor of Farts, but I'm gonna guess. Why did that
That was the
work?
dumbest possible joke.
Why did that work on you?
So anyway,
All right.
I'm mad at you for laughing at that.
Is that a spit take?
I don't know.
Almost. It was like 85% of the way
It would
there.
have been very bad. This table is irreproducible.
So that's good. So you come on. So you land, and you kind of getting off, and you're getting a little bit. Oh,
yeah.
you totally saved a lot of the plane, and you get met on the ramp of the plane. One of those planes, there's a ramp that comes down the bottom and lands, and you walk off, and there's a United Nations official there with a bunch of guards, and he says, "Hello, welcome to France.
I casually slide down the rope. Super cool.
I'm Mark Lichtenstein, and I've been on the ground monitoring the situation. It seems that the disturbance over Strasbourg is only growing. We have not been able to get very much information from inside, except that we've sent a couple of teams in that have not returned.
So you want us to be the next one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Except,
You just gotta get rid of us.
return. But we know it's possible for matter to return from it because the Rhine flows into the disturbance and then flows out.
That's good
Okay.
to know.
So certainly.
They like tested things, put a
Yeah,
barrel in it.
and the
came out the other
water,
side.
well, the water that's coming out the other side is just normal water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like lightning water.
correct, right.
It's not an energy drink.
Yeah, exactly,
It's
right.
my new energy.
Right,
It's
exactly.
lightning water.
Is that already one or
no, that's the name of your next
How far
album.
into the ground does the disturbance extend?
down underground? It doesn't seem to go. It seems to be
We got a tunnel
atmospheric, but it.
Sewer quest?
I mean, I was thinking we could go under the water because specifically the Rhine goes in
Mm-hmm.
there. And we have someone who can make a
That
bubble
makes a lot
to
more sense.
make that happen.
Which can then turn into sewer
Never
quest.
thought bubbles would be this useful.
It's
amazing.
amazing.
The innkeep wants us to fight rats, right? I played RPGs before.
Right.
I know this.
And someone wants you to find their slippers that are in the next building over.
Right.
But they've got to talk to their cousin who wants a turnip.
Right.
Which we need to collect to turn into a magical potion.
All right, so
Wrong game, Jen. Come on.
you have the.
Get it together.
You got some commandos here if you want to take them with you. You're doing a fantastic job in Venezuela.
I think we're fine on our own. I don't think we need the commandos.
Like we're all
this
full
time.
up on commandos.
They just keep turning into pine cones, which is terrible.
But he
They get real aggressive.
he compliments you all on the job you did in Venezuela and Shanghai. So
Why?
Clearly, he is uninformed.
Thanks.
There was the missile thing. The missile thing was important.
Right, that part's important, I guess. Yeah, I guess the end justifies the means.
yes, that is definitely who this guy is.
Sneak thief. Stole my D8.
So we're gonna try to like
We're gonna share.
submarine our way there.
Nice.
I think that's probably our best bet.
Submarine or scuba.
Do we know if the disturbance originated anywhere?
It just sprang up very quickly over the European Parliament building,
I'm gonna out
which is
myself
right
that I
on the
hate
Rhine.
Beatles.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask if we could get a map.
Yeah.
But could we get a paper map, by the way, of the area? So that we could...
Yes. This
Like, I got
one.
this dot matrix printer. I guess you're gonna have to rip the tab, the
Yeah,
holes
so-
off the side of it.
So to describe it, I can just describe it a little bit to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, of course. I'm just like go to the nearest gas station.
no,
get a
we
map.
don't-
Oh yeah, he gives you a map. So I can describe. So he gives you kind of a paper map of that sort of area.
we didn't actually need it.
Right, okay.
In
But to
character.
describe what it looks like, so this, for real, in Strasbourg, the European Parliament building is right on the Rhine, basically like that, kind of outside. It's not in the town. The town center of Strasbourg itself is farther inland. I bet there's a big cathedral there and stuff
Eat
like
a
that.
lot
Anyway,
of watermelons there.
yeah, sure.
The
It's-
Rhine.
Oh yes, right.
Thank you.
It's
I was waiting
all
for a
covered by
Rhine
this
joke
entire cloud that's
somewhere.
expanded over there, and no one knows what's going on. But yeah,
Including us.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna.
So we want to do
Submarine.
the submarine plan?
I know this guy. He'll make us like a weird tube submarine. It's really good at getting kids out of caves. And then making... was a Elon Musk joke?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
From like a month ago?
I'm with you.
I was
Not
legitimately
you.
waiting for a yellow submarine reference.
No, she made it, and I was like,
I'm
no, I
sorry,
don't like
sorry.
the
Nope,
Beatles.
you're good.
And
I
now
just said it
everyone
really
in chat
quiet.
understands who I am as a person.
Yeah, I said I can make us a
Sad.
submarine, and it can be yellow, and then Matt got very
I
sad.
was just like, nah, it just doesn't do it
So we
for
didn't
me.
repeat it.
Yeah.
And then he outed himself, and it's fine.
Oh, no, I don't care if chat knows. They need to know who I am as a person.
Do they?
No.
Oh. Hey, I'm an internet personality.
Your personality.
Is that in character?
Said we want a
Too real, too real.
yellow submarine, anyone?
Yeah, we can,
So no,
I
I,
think
know,
it's fine.
I think actually what I'm going to do is give you all bubbles like the one I'm wearing over my head at all times.
I mean,
Can
yeah,
you
I
make
also...
them not float?
I mean, like yeah.
I don't know.
But if you seatbelt it into a submarine,
Well, see, it's a spaceship, so anything between 0 and 1 atmosphere is fine.
So, like, realistically speaking, though, it's going to be more difficult for my character if
That's
I
fair.
don't have,
That's a good point.
Right.
because
Yeah.
I have to, that's like, even if I physically swim or you give assistance, like, then does my wheelchair float in another bubble?
I mean,
How
that's
do we
also
handle
possible,
that?
but we can all float in the same bubble if we want, or we can all be in individual bubbles. Like,
I mean,
And the
submarines
bubble
are
look like a
also a lot
submarine.
like submarines. Submarines are essentially bubbles that we make.
yeah,
so either way,
So
you're going to make
humans
some
make
sort of
bubbles.
bubbles.
We're going to have
They're just submarine
a
shaped.
bubble that looks like a
Made
submarine.
of metal and glass and plastic. Probably
Cool.
all plastic, actually.
so probably
Probably not
bubbles.
glass.
Yeah.
I guess will be an overcome. I'll probably use science for this. I guess.
Okay.
Well, it's got to look like a submarine, so you've got to understand the science and technology of what a submarine works.
And my status die, which is D6. So it's 2 D6s and a D10. So that is an 8.
Oh, okay. The one I couldn't see was the good one.
Yep.
So you just succeed.
keeper.
Yeah.
You got a
That's
good.
7 because we still have.
Yes, we still have a nice one. So it's a 7.
Oh, okay.
To succeed with a minor twist.
Cool.
It's
There's all these
Pierce.
people with pickaxes.
I'm not too worried about the minor twist. I'm just going to record something over here because it's going to determine the number of.
No, don't worry about it. Nothing's
It's fine.
happening.
There's nothing happening over here. I'm just writing
Yeah.
things down for fun.
Right.
Right.
It's just
I like
Just
writing.
taking some other notes
yeah.
about a different game. I'm gonna play with other friends.
Once your characters die.
Right.
New friends. Okay, into the submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in a long tube-shaped bubble, and it's got a little propeller in the back. That's also made of bubbles.
Nice.
And produces bubbles in the water.
So you are going to go
That's a
down
bad
underwater and see.
That means it's leaking.
What's that?
You're going to go down underwater.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ready to go?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you do it, and you start going upriver. So you're down south of the city. Now you go downriver because you're down south of the city.
Salmon.
So the ride flows north. So you are going to go, and you kind of go along, and as you hit, you can tell when you get to the transition because suddenly there's no light coming from up above you, or like not really any light.
Digital
There's a
purple
little bit
flashes,
of
things like
yeah, bluish and purplish lights and some occasional flashes and stuff like that. But you're just going to stay underwater until you get to right where the building is.
Roughly, yeah.
Cool.
I can't see anything out of it, but I make like a periscope and just like for funsies look.
Yeah.
It doesn't function.
No, it doesn't function at all.
You're just walking around going,
So you
"Boom,
pop up,
boom."
and you are in a very, very strange place. It doesn't look like the real world at all. It's very digital and weird. So you see 2 banks of the river right here, and one bank of the river is the big kind of cylindrical-looking building, the European Parliament building, and across the river on the other side is a big floating platform with a bunch of kind of searchlight things that are coming off of it. And
Anyone else think this is going to involve a lot more computer?
but it's very like digitally looking. It's sort of like this. This could give you kind of an
Oh, wow.
idea of how digital looking it is, right? It's very,
It's very 80s digital.
yes, exactly. So this whole area is like that. Like this guy is black. There are blue lines. Like the ground and the buildings that are all around are made out of glowing blue lines. They're not like, they don't have any sort of substance. Like you can see off in the distance the city center and the single spire of the Strasbourg Cathedral is poking up, but it's all made out of glowing blue lines. Right.
I have
Can
to
you make
hope-
us light cycles?
I have to hope that the purple lines on my costume are glowing purple now.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. They definitely are. And you are all like glowing yourselves as well. And the bubbles of the submarine are, and everything like that as you come up into this area. And the European Parliament building that is sitting right there seems to have a strange device or like large cylindrical, like the size of this room thing on the top of it. And out of it are crawling, there's these super bright orange and red, like worm-looking things that are kind of crawling all the way around the whole European Parliament building and doing various stuff to it. And then, in addition, all the lines that are going around here seem to be, have like pulses that go through them, if you can imagine that. So the line is like normally very thin, but it'll pulse, choom, choom, a little bit, like almost like a heartbeat. And the pulses all sort of emanate from this floating structure that is on the other side of the river.
I would like to call Super Sheriff.
So that is what you see. What do you do?
Draw one.
Right.
So, do we investigate the worms coming out of the Parliament, or do we investigate this thing, which may
Yeah, I
be
was
the
gonna say, do we
hideout
go
of the
to
villain?
that thing or hide from that thing?
Yes. Are there any other folk around? Are there any people?
Not that you see at all.
Okay.
I think that whoever is controlling all this is probably in there, but I think whatever they're trying to accomplish is in the Parliament.
Okay. So we want to see what the plan is first and then figure
Yeah.
out how to deal with it.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's reasonable.
Let's go deal with some worms.
Let's go to the Parliament.
So you're going to go over to that building.
I'm gonna
Yep.
punch some worms.
And as you come over to that building, a couple of things happen. First of all, a lot of the little worm things there, the cyber snakes,
Yeah.
come looking down. And you see that what they are doing,
They eat little blips of things and they get longer.
that they are emerging from that thing up on the top.
careful.
And as soon as you come near the building, a bunch of them that are crawling over it near you kind of like lift up their weird worm heads and like look at you
You have to make them eat their own tails.
like this.
Yeah. That's clearly how you defeat these.
And that is all that happens for now. So there's a bunch of them near you. There are about 8 of them.
What does that say on there?
It's a note for myself.
Oh, okay,
Don't
it's
worry
for
about it.
you.
They've got an ability. It's cool.
That's fine. I was just,
Yeah.
It's always good when a GM says, don't worry about it. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine. I believe him. I trust him.
Do we want to just dive in here?
It seems
thought that
Or do we
was
want to
clear.
try and...
Explicitly the thing that we didn't want to do.
I know,
I don't know where to go from here. though.
again, but I don't have like a follow-up. Like, we can try and avoid conflict. They don't seem to be jumping us yet.
That's
so-
true.
Yeah, you could do something to them. You could climb around the outside of the building. You could try to go into the building. You could go elsewhere in this area. Any kind of thing you
I'd
want.
like
So
to ride one into the building.
I'm in the red.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna Pied Piper one of them,
Okay.
Yes.
and it's just mine now. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna talk at it and see what it wants and what it's doing and what its tasks are.
Sure. Absolutely. So
Very good idea.
what exactly?
Like that.
Here it is. It's a D8.
Thanks.
It's a D8 minion. What exactly are you? Does your power let you do with respect to something like?
It
how is
says the minion is now entirely under your control and acts at the start of your turn.
Oh, just it's a minion entirely under your control. Okay.
I just take over a minion.
Yeah, so then I assume
That
that
works
you
for
can
me now.
get like a sense of how sentient or intelligent or whatever it is, that kind of stuff. Because in order,
Yeah,
you like that.
I want to try to get any information. I'm not going
right.
to act
So
hostile towards
it
it or
is
its friends
it is
or anything
like
that.
a machine.
Okay.
It is a digital construct, as is this whole kind of area. But what it is specifically programmed to do is stop anyone from entering this building, and also do things to this building to gain information, basically.
Are they just trying to gain any kind of information? Like they just want information, or they want specific information?
They want a massive amount of information that they're trying to funnel out of here.
Gotcha.
It's unclear exactly what. This thing is just programmed to do those things, basically.
Cool.
You said specifically to stop people from entering this building.
Yes.
Put us in a bubble, float us up, and we never touch the building or go inside. We just go up to the roof without ever touching it, and then we deal with the thing that they're coming out of, and then we'll have free reign.
All right, everyone, back in the submarine.
Because it now just flies, and that's fine.
I mean, it does.
I mean,
Yeah,
assuming
it
that
does.
they are machine-like and
Yeah.
they have to obey their programming.
And like
Right.
until this scene is over,
Oh.
I have one.
Sure.
I own one.
You do. So what are you going to do with that one?
I'm just gonna let it go about its business.
Okay.
Like I don't want it to act any differently, but I want it to tell me if it gets any other commands or anything like that.
Cool.
Like I want it to keep me informed.
Cool. Very nice. So you do that, and you float up, and you're going to float, not touching the building, right up to the thing on the top?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to
See,
style it after like
dying, or
the
nearly
military
dying last
helicopter. It's
time
got the two
was great.
guys on top.
Nice. So you do that, and you see it, and you see that it's like a little weird technological construct with a lot of little like mouse hole, like cartoon mouse hole sized doors on the side, and then it has like lights and beeps and bloops, and then a worm comes out of one of the holes, and then more lights and bleeps and bloops, and then another worm comes out one of the holes. And so that's why
Whack-a-mole?
there's a lot of them already, and it keeps making more. That's what's going on.
I can try and make it stop. I don't know how well it's going to work because I don't know how well my powers work in this place.
I mean, mine works okay, but I don't know.
What if
like,
the concept art is just gives you a big hammer?
I mean, sure, but like, do we want to try to sneak our way in to wherever we're going and stop these things, or?
I mean,
I thought we
should've-
were trying not
I should have
to-
made a more discreet flying machine then.
I think there are two potential problems here.
Okay.
One is that the hackers, I assume, have created this thing to search the building for whatever they're looking for and are siphoning off information. Like, that's what these things are, is guard/search units. And until we deal with them, they're just going to keep getting all the information from the Parliament that they want.
Right.
And then I think that whoever is controlling all of this is in that floating platform, and we're going to have to deal with them to get Strasbourg back to where it's supposed to be. But
Sure.
if we don't do this also, they're still going to get everything that they want. So I think it's just I think solving this first is probably a better way of doing it, because I honestly don't know what's going to happen to the city once that kicks off.
Right.
Right.
And while we're in this realm, like, we can directly interact with all this. But like, if it goes back to normal, and I don't computer things,
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
Wait, this isn't normal either?
I'm very confused. Yeah, it's but like we don't see any way into the thing on top.
We can go through the little mouse
Mouse
holes.
holes. We could be mouse. We could be Mises.
Yeah. Or you could like, yeah, you can mess around with it.
Right.
Look at search it more. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do that, right? We'll definitely have to just investigate this thing further, because
Well-
like rather than just fight these things.
The worms only come out, or worms go in?
That they occasionally go in, but they mostly come out.
Hey, Pied Piper,
Yeah.
can we just send your worm in if it's going to give us information about what's in there? Like, can you send it in and
I don't know.
Get
I don't know,
information
like,
about
if it
what's
when
inside,
it goes
or-
in, it doesn't cease to exist either. I mean, I could just take another one over because they
One way
didn't
to
seem
find
to
out.
care. But yeah,
Or
like I
can
can
we-
command it to go in and just be like, hey,
Because I assume this is
Maybe.
the hub where they are pulling. Well, where
Just
are they
let's-
delivering this information?
send a command that you got it, you got the everything, whatever we were looking for, you got it all. Just tell them that. And like
then see where they
maybe that'll
go?
work
Maybe.
or not. At the very least, it'll.
I think that runs a higher risk of them immediately figuring out there's somebody screwing with them.
Sure. I'm no hacker.
Okay, so explain again what
Banter with
this
the worm.
what this thing looks like that the worms are coming in and out of.
Yeah.
Can you explain that
Yeah,
again?
yeah. It is like it is about the size of this room. It's sort of like a dome, but it's a very technological thing with a bunch of lights and panels and other stuff all the way around. Kind of just sitting there. It's been like attached, like thunk, on the kind of top side of the building, and then it has those holes that the things crawl out of, and it goes bloop bloop bloop, and it like things blink, and then a thing comes out.
Does it make the building look kind of like a mushroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this has been added on to the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not part of the
It's like definitely not part of the building.
right.
It's like a piece of technology.
Like usually my go-to is to just start smashing things. So like,
I mean, I'm not saying we don't do that. It's just
we can also just try to sneak into the building.
Do you have a lot of like knowledge of technology and different things like that? Is there anything that you can surmise about this area?
Like, do you
or-
recognize this technology? Is this technology alien?
Pretty sure this is technology I haven't seen before.
That's true.
Confirm?
Confirm.
Okay.
It's alien to us. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Well-
okay.
I mean, I can see if I can figure something out about it. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll build a
Yes,
pool.
please.
I don't have any powers.
How are you going to
deal
do?
with this.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to start poking at the minion that Matt took. Be like, hey.
Oh, at that
Like
means-
See
to
what I can figure out.
investigate
Yeah.
this worm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And I have a lot of technology knowledge, but no powers that deal with it.
That's
and
all right.
My status die is a D6. So.
Nice.
and if
A
things
D6,
go
a
wrong,
D12.
then we go back
Right.
to our usual.
Yeah,
And it's a 2.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Great.
So do you want to succeed with the major twist?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is taking way too
There
long.
we go.
So there's the major twist. So what happens here
We were rolling too well.
is that you manage to you poke it and you figure out that it's a digital construct. It's being created by this other machine that's there. It's just creating all these words that are exactly as you surmised. They are
Mushroom
they're like programs to search search for data, collect it, and return it to this thing that then gets transmitted on. And so this thing is just transmitting data just right across the river over there to the Siberian orchestrator, which is right there. And
CYB.
yeah, CYBER, yeah. And it's collecting that information. But as you do this, all of a sudden, there is the searchlights turn right onto you up there.
Okay.
There is a large alarm that comes out, and out of that floating structure flies a woman who looks like this. And she says, "You fools! You will never survive Cyberland. I am Siberia!"
Serverland?
Cyberland.
Cyberland.
Yeah,
Cyberland.
Cool.
like in that one song in Rent.
I like that she has 3D like effects.
Yeah. Oh, this is real good. Okay.
So that's Siberia. So now we're definitely
Yeah.
going to go into some sort of round time to see what you do.
Cool.
What is this minion capable of? Just for the sake of argument.
Normal minion stuff, like it can do any of the standard actions.
Cool.
It can also work on repairing the. It seems to be able to repair the digitization, like
Oh, okay.
maintain the digitization of the city.
Gotcha.
Kind of any attempts to undigitize it, it can fix those.
Okay, good. Good. I can keep it ruined.
Yeah, you
Which
can
is what I want.
Yeah, yeah, you can definitely keep things ruined. So that is what happens for your major twist. So now
I
what
got
we're going to do
one
is
minion. You guys just take a
I did
rest.
this stuff over here. The minions are still climbing around and doing their stuff. They're programmed. Siberia is there. And now I'm going to pass it on to...
Why don't we just play to our strengths, which is botch rolls?
I'm going to pass
what
this
we
on
do.
to you.
All right.
So
I
Matt,
think it's.
we're still dysfunctioning because you're not satisfied with team stuff yet.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's time to start our usual process of making things go wrong, and I
I'm good at
want
that.
to jump down and start smashing this thing and start trying to find like weak points and shut it off.
For the thing that...
The thing that's producing the
You
minions.
still have your
Cool.
parachute.
Very good. Yeah, yeah.
No, I have my parachute.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Tell me about that. This will be an overcome.
I wonder what the parachute looks like now.
So yeah, tuck
Depending on
scavenger
how
bot
you're doing.
over under my arm and use my acrobatics to just sort of like dive down onto the top of this and start having scavenger bot gnaw at the top.
The beginning
All
of
right,
Fortnite.
try to figure some stuff out. So you jump down there and do that, and then your goal right now is to just destroy it.
No, I'm going to try and overcome.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to destroy it,
Yeah.
but this is an overcome rather
Yeah,
than
no,
a
it's definitely an
force.
overcome. I just want to know what your desired outcome is.
Yes.
So I can tell you if you succeed or not. Absolutely.
My D8, so scavenger bot and acrobatics, and my D8 with the principle of jury rigging. And my max die is a 9, which
Thank God.
is a -1, so that's an 8.
Thank
All
God
right.
it was a
So you just
principle.
It was
succeed.
a 1, a 1, and a 9.
You just come crashing down with your bot and
Superhero
tear the
landing?
tear
landing?
the computer core out of this thing. Like bite a hole in the top of it, tear the computer core out, and there's wires hanging on it, but they're all digital. They're kind of like light, like
I'm hoping they like
Use a
pulse like
scavenger
heart.
Yes, they do.
like a bottle opener.
right.
to get its
And as soon as you do that, there's the kind of sound that goes, one of those sounds, right? And all of the lights that are making up this thing go off. And then immediately, all of the cyber snakes that are near you turn and look at you and start crawling right at you.
Help.
Except for one.
Except for one.
I'm going to hand it to someone that's not them, hopefully to get rid of some of them first. Who wants it?
I can attack multiple targets.
Turns
That
out.
seems good.
Bubbles,
seems like
would
an
you like to
okay
do a
thing.
thing?
Sure, yeah. I will fly down to that area. I'm going to use my burst your bubble ability, and I'm going to like inflate a large bubble, like I don't know, 12 feet in diameter, and then just pah, and it explodes and
Right.
hits a whole bunch of things.
Does the bubble look different? I want to know everything.
Yes,
What
the bubble
things
is
look
just
different?
like a pink circle, like a glowing, like
But it's not
imagine that you make a
translucent at all.
circle out of neon lights. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like.
Oh, like it's 2D.
A little bit,
Like
yeah.
it's like rotoscoped on there.
yeah.
Definitely.
No matter where you are, it looks rotoscoped
Right.
on there, over there.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't know, probably alertness because I was watching what was going on, and I'm in my yellow zone, so that's that.
This whole area just looks like the person who made it had 3D described to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have +1 from Fenris from last time.
Oh, yes, you do.
So I'm definitely going to use that with this one. And let's see. Oh, that's less good. So that makes it a 3.
Okay.
And I get to attack all of them with my mid die.
Yeah.
And I take damage equal to my max die.
You're in
So
yellow.
yeah, I was already in yellow. It's great. So like I said, the bubble gets bigger,
Yeah.
and it does like that digital 80s explosion sort of
Nice.
back and forth sort of effect.
Cool.
And I'm gonna take some damage.
How much damage did you take?
6.
Are you still in yellow?
Yeah.
And you got a 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
All right, so 2 of the cyber snakes totally were destroyed.
Oh.
And I need 3 more D6s.
Oh, 3 more. There you go. And they're yellow because it's thematic.
Yeah, exactly. There they are. So you got a bunch of them. What are you going to do now?
Jeez.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Do you have a thing that you want to do, Matt? Jen?
What
Somebody?
a big hammer? Doing just a giant mallet.
Are we playing Smash Brothers right now? It's like,
Could be,
a terrible plan.
right? I think it's a great.
Throw a Pokeball at them.
No matter what, at the start of my turn, this minion gets to go. Which
Right.
Is good.
Do you wanna?
Do we want the minion to do anything other than attack something?
Probably eat the other snakes is good.
That way it'll get stronger.
And longer. I assume that's how snakes work.
Yeah, that's what Jodie and I were
The real-
surmising.
that's how
What
snakes
we
work
need to
in the
do
real
is
world.
We're on
just
the
make
same
them
page
hit
here,
their
yeah.
own
Yeah.
tail and then they disappear. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll take
I'll
it.
pass it off to Hourly Rage.
So, I don't have a clever name for this digital snake.
God damn it.
I should have been thinking about this and I didn't.
You had one job. Make dumb jokes by naming things cleverly.
I'll try. I'll try
right.
harder. It's been a long day. I'm going to attack that purple one because I hate it. 'Cause it's different.
Yeah. Good.
We're learning a lot of things about you today.
And
That is the Beatles.
don't
Things that are
put me
different.
on that. So that's going to happen. That's going to resolve first. Great. Good. That's now. It's just going to be a
You
D4
can't
now.
fail, yeah.
Can't
Still
possibly fail.
Still different. It's even more different.
You're the worst. And I am the worst snake. This is the worst snake.
I don't know. I kind of like having Matt be
Okay,
angry.
that's
At the one thing. We should get, it
At
should be
things
purple.
that people can't
It
see.
should be purple. It's very important.
I'm going to attack that very weakened snake. Because I need.
Why? Why not destroy a stronger one?
Because I need health, and if I kill it, then I can get health back.
Eat that snake.
Yeah,
Picks it
I
up
can
and
literally
just-
eat the snake.
Metal Gear Solid, that thing?
Beat me to it. I was going to say somebody should make a video game about eating snakes. Okay, it's a D8, a D8, and a D12 because I'm in the red. Hopefully not for much longer. I'm going to go after that more different snake again with strength this time.
What do you do?
This is hand-to-hand combat.
You're grabbing it.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab it and take a bite out of it.
Eating it.
I'm just going to eat this snake.
Actually gonna eat this
I'm
snake.
going to actually eat this snake. Gross. What's gross about it? So that's a 5 minus 1 is a 4.
At least he's not like dripping blood.
So don't roll a 4.
All right.
Yeah, but then he goes, steam comes out.
3.
A 3. When you eliminate a minion using an attack, with an attack using strength, recover health equal to your min, which is a 2.
Nice.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
-1.
Even for that?
It's -1 to everything.
Yep.
That's right. That's fine. It's still a hit point.
Yep.
It's a hits point. Now I'm in the yellow. And I think that's it for me. Who do we want to give it to, though?
Probably the snakes.
I mean, there's one less of them. I did my job. I ate one. The snakes
What
are
a
going to
weird
bounce
job.
it to her. But that's fine.
But then it doesn't go to the scene tracker and back to them.
Yeah, it goes to Jen.
I agree.
Like, I'm kind of curious to see what
You want to see what she does?
does.
I don't want her to buff the snakes, though. Is the problem.
Well,
I'm going to give it to the
pass it to the
snakes.
snakes.
I'm going to give it to the
Take
snakes.
Take away her polishing rig. Buff. Never mind.
Like a polishing compound joke? Come on. You gotta
So-
bring your A game to this table. And name the snake for me.
The snakes are all going to crawl over to Mishap.
Yeah,
Who
figured.
destroyed their generator
Their weird
and
home.
attack you with their weird bites.
I hate
15.
those bites were
Damage.
just
That's a lot of damage.
But then Siberia flies over and lands immediately right there on top of the destroyed cyber snake generator.
Great.
And she reaches her hand down, and energy starts flowing out of her hand and repairing the damage to the cyber snake generator.
You jerk.
And she,
I should have.
I need a
Figured out way to heal
D12.
more. Yes.
Give me that.
Apparently not.
I think all of them are the same weight. I like
sure.
those dice. Yeah.
Doesn't count if it's not in the box.
Still an 8. So, and she succeeds. And the entire cyber snake generator, the lights come back on, the blinking starts coming on, and
Power up noises.
it makes a lot of power up noises.
I'll power up noise.
And
There's a little internal fan.
another fully
Tell you that's
full-size cyber snake crawls out of it. And then he passes it over to you.
I don't suppose
So that's definitely the thing that we need. The minion generator is the thing we have to kill first. but
after
we have to keep it
investigating
killed.
this generator, there's possibly an on-off switch and/or power cord that I can just
Also, I'm solidly in the red now.
unplug.
Okay.
Oh, you get to use your
Is
big
that a thing?
stuff.
Is there like
Connected to this thing?
The
Yeah.
one that'll blow up scavenger bottom, one that'll hurt us.
There, it seems like there's
That
an
hurt us.
internal power supply
Oh,
I want to see what Paul
that
will do
Siberia
for all
just
their
repaired somehow, right?
Okay.
It got gotten, but it now has
Maybe a jail
grown a
cell.
new computer core and other stuff like that. But it is
At least
internally
there's no innocence this time.
powered.
I don't know. How do we feel about these
Okay.
snakes?
I don't like them. They
Oh.
just bit me.
We'll just break them.
Awesome.
That's fine.
What would it take to destroy that power core beyond her repair?
Destroy
That is
her,
a very
and she
interesting
can't repair
question.
the power core.
I mean, if you can keep her occupied,
Like, you
I
can't
can
Can you
keep.
paint it like super hyper realistic and not super digitized? And then she's just like, I don't know what to do
Right.
with this. Like you make it some plants or whatever.
I mean, like,
Do
something that
things
she
cease
hates.
to exist in this world if they don't look like this?
Not real. So there are things that are true.
Okay.
Shouldn't have skipped GM prep.
There are totally things that are true. Like, so this is a situation actually where I know the answer to this,
Okay.
but you don't.
so like you could definitely like
Like, there's
change the way it
specifically an
looks
answer
and
to these
give her a
questions.
hinder, right? And you can make persistent hinders, can't you?
Yeah, so like I could use creative block and hinder using illusions that would be exclusive and persistent. Can I
Yeah.
essentially recreate craft or repaint the power supply that she just fixed so that it looks hyper realistic in an attempt to confuse her as to how.
Yeah, you can definitely make her a hinder like that, no problem. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying that the details of how this world
Yeah.
works
Yeah.
are something
But
that
as
you have
far
not
as
yet
whether-
discovered.
yeah.
So I will not tell you.
But I guess
Do
in
it,
doing
Jenn.
so, I'll figure out if making things hyper realistic make them disappear anyway.
right.
Because like, if it does, bonus, I've destroyed the power supply of the machine.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make some sort of like laser shark to protect it.
What could you possibly be referencing?
Just cool 80s looking things.
Um,
Cool 80s?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use illusions, so that's
Gonna
going to be
burst in the wall.
10. And
Cool
creativity,
ladies.
of course. And I'm in yellow, so D8. All right.
I love air conditioning.
A 4, a
So a
2,
4.
and a 6.
And it's a
With
4 minus 1.
So it's a 3.
So it succeeds with a major twist, or it fails.
Oh, come now.
Well, yeah, you actually, I apologize, you're trying to make a hinder.
Yeah, I am.
So that's a minus 1.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
minus 1.
So write down on here what the minus 1 hinder is for her.
Too real.
Minus 1, hyper realism.
Nice. So you do that, and it manages to happen. And it doesn't look digital like everything else. And it sits on there.
She goes,
Right. Yeah.
but like she was in
Snake.
haste, it just
But it
sounds
still
like
functions?
the explosion noise
Yes,
from
it's still
before.
currently functioning and
Okay.
existing.
I didn't happen to make it function better because I made it so real, right? Okay, just checking.
No fear. All right, now it's the end of the round.
Yeah, those
Who do you pass it
t-shirts.
to?
Okay.
Do you want to pound on some?
Oh, I wasn't gonna pound on snakes. I was
What do you
gonna
want?
let her do that. I can add some more hinders.
Mm-hmm.
We can hinder hard.
That's a band also. They're like Nickelback-esque or something.
Hinder?
Hinder hard?
No, it's just
No,
Oh,
Just
just
hinder.
hinder. Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure that like their album cover was the side of a hot rod or something, but like zoomed in, so it was hard to figure out what it was. Whatever.
Mexican.
So do we want? Are we okay with that plan?
You want more hinders?
Either
So your
that,
fights
or
are better.
I could do my red ability to boost all of us and hinder all of them, and possibly also attack everybody, and possibly generate a major twist. It sort of depends on where our heads are at.
I mean, I'm okay with that plan.
I'm fine with it.
That sounds pretty awesome.
I
Okay,
trust.
let's do that plan.
Okay, it worked great.
No, this is important and dramatic. I trust you. Can I have the card?
That's
Like
important.
I'm trusting you to do this. Like, no, now's the time to do this.
Yeah.
We're doing this the right way.
Okay.
Like a team.
Kind of like
There's
a
character
team.
growth.
I mean,
This is at least team adjacent.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll use my acrobatics to get up close to
Isn't it
her and
great
use
now
my
we can start
electricity,
making
and
fun of
then I'm in the red, so that's another D10.
We're all best friends now. We can
And
lay it on thick.
Paul, as a reminder,
Yes.
I boost all of my allies and hinder any number of targets in the scene using electricity. Then
Yep.
I use my max plus my min.
Yeah.
But if I roll doubles, I also attack everybody
Yes.
with my mid and generate a major twist.
Right.
so there is a non-zero chance that you will drop yourself with this attack.
No, I'm immune to electricity.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Almost like you planned it.
That's why there's guilt associated, because I'm always fine.
Yeah.
No doubles.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Is it bad
So-
that I kind of wanted a double?
The
Doubles are
max
great when
plus
there's a lot
my
of
min
minions.
is a 10. So that's a +3 to all of us, and a
Oh,
-3 to all of them.
All of them get a -3.
Yep.
What is this -3
Plus
called?
plus.
Yeah, what is it called?
Overcharge.
Overcharge.
It's only overload when it blows up.
Right.
Cool.
What was our boost?
Plus
Overcharge +3. And I get that as well.
We have lost our -1 for our terrible team's work.
Yeah, we're starting to get it together.
Now's the time I'm going to try to destroy another one and gain hit points with a +3, please.
I'm kind of thinking that this issue should be out of service.
You should send it to me.
Well, okay. Happily.
Yeah. I'm going to use one of my green abilities. Like, I'm not in the red yet, though.
What?
So one of my
Wait,
green
what?
abilities has an additional effect if I'm in the red.
Oh, okay.
But you can take
Can I
a
use a
minor
minor
twist.
twist to do that?
Yeah.
Great, I love it.
We're not.
Cool. So I'm going to use my ability Watch Your Step, which is a hinder and an attack. And the snakes are obviously all close to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Siberia close to them?
Yes, because she's on top of the generator.
Cool.
that she just
So I'm
repaired.
going to affect all of them with the penalty part of this,
Okay.
the hinder of it. But only one's going to get attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the D8 one?
Sure.
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 So
I just wanted to be part of it.
Bubbles. Bubbles is part of it. And I think creativity in the sense.
Okay.
And then my yellow die because of status, which is a D6. So I will hinder using bubbles and attack using my min die. So
Choose a -3 as well.
I should have done a different thing. I forgot that you gave them all -3 already. That's fine.
Why? They stack.
So
They do.
They do. So my mid,
So they can't do anything.
my mid is a 5, so that they all get hindered for that.
So -2.
As yep.
What is this hinder called?
This is Watch Your Step. So canonically the way I do this is I put a whole bunch of little bubbles underneath them.
Like marbles.
Yeah.
Slippery bubbles, -2.
Yep. And then one of them actually just immediately falls and gets hurt for a 1. And I think I want it to be the D8 one. Yeah,
Just
I want it to be the D8 one.
They're all D6s.
Yeah.
And then they're killable and therefore eatable.
Yep.
Sorry, edible.
So how much actual damage is coming out?
Just one.
Okay, so it just degrades.
No, it can.
Oh yeah, it can fail.
It can fail.
Oh yeah, because this
This
has
has got
a,
a -5.
this is a -5.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a +3.
You're a
so
+3. It's actually a 4.
do I think I actually make the mid one bigger.
Oh, because
So
it was
a
the
5 becomes an 8, which is a better hinder.
Oh, so you want slip like this to be
Yeah.
-3.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, this
That's
one
good.
this one definitely does die.
Okay, good.
So now it's a -3 for slippery bubbles.
Yep.
Okay.
Concept artist, you got something?
Maybe.
Can you smash a bunch of snakes?
Well, actually, I was kind of thinking
Get to use big finish.
that maybe.
There are enough hinders out.
Oh, yeah, just beat the hell out of her.
Yeah. I get to hit her and
I
then hit her
have,
for every
I have
hinder
a
she
thing
has,
in
but I
my
remove
brain,
those
and I'm
hinders.
not sure.
So
if,
Honestly, I think that's our best bet. We need to drop her fast.
I'm wondering if I can just draw a portal that like is the same shape and looks reminiscent of the doorways that they keep coming in and out
Yeah.
of. It's that same kind of shape, but then inside it, it's the inside of our plane, so that when they go through it, they just get transported onto our plane. And I take them just out of
Only
this
required to use
scene
close combat for
and
that. So I
out.
compare it with strength,
way.
which means I can use my
Like
reaction
portal.
to deal
Interesting.
with it.
So like on your plane back at the
So I
base.
can
Yeah.
actually
So you want these? You want to export
definitely
them?
eliminate
Yeah,
one of
just
them.
like
So I can
export
attack
them
it
out of
3
this
times.
entire existence so that we can move on and deal with her.
I don't know. That seems like a lot of
Interesting.
overkill
Because
for a
I'm
single
I'm
minion.
curious
Right.
if
Oh,
exporting
and
them
then
out
the
into the
yellow,
real
so
world
it
destroys
also
them,
incurs a minor
and
twist.
B, it very quickly gets rid of all 4 of these so that we can focus
I'd say
elsewhere.
whale on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seal on her. Walrus.
I'm happy with it just being a not the actual plane, if that's too much, and just a representation of that, and it just locks them into that area.
That just gets rid of them in some sort of way.
Like if I need to do it in 2 steps, get them into that portal, and then like draw a gate in front of it so they can't get back out. If it's
Yeah,
not
you could-
okay to make it real.
Right. Well, you can make it is so that it. Yeah, you can do that, as they go in there one at a time. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
To the actual plane or to a
To the actual
real
plane.
enough plane?
that's good.
Okay.
They can
Alright.
overcome.
Did you hear that?
No.
Okay, so my
Sorry.
plan is I'm going to make a door that looks like the doors that are that the snakes are coming in and out of, right? But inside the door, it's a portal, and you see our plane. So I want to send them out of this existence through that doorway to our plane in the real world, because A, I want to see if going into the real world destroys them, or
Oh,
B, if not, at
at
least
least
all
gives the
4
UN
snakes
something
are
to-
off, and they can do whatever they need to do, and they're out of our way, and we can focus on this.
Right. And then the UN has like
Right. Like, surely
some idea
there's
of what the
some...
hell is happening in here.
Okay. So just an overcome?
Yeah. To create it.
All right, so I will use Principle of Great Power to do this, I think.
Cool. We rolled around and we forgot to progress the scene tracker.
So it started, the scene tracker, I believe, we're right at the end of this round. So the scene tracker started the very beginning of last round. You went through literally everyone. Then it came to the end with Jenn. Then you started the new round. You went through literally everyone except for any of the bad guys.
Okay.
This
okay,
round.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
So like now you're gonna have to pass the bad guys, and scene tracker will go, and it'll probably go
that's
another
why I want
time.
to see if I can get
But yeah.
rid
I still have to go the
of
second
the
time.
4 of those.
Oh yeah, and Matt, you have to go. Yeah.
All right, so I'll use Principle of Great
Well, we actually want
Power.
to give it to them, then me.
So
I believe
I'm
that's
gonna
who he is,
use
Unless
illusions.
Because
I
she's
can
gonna
wail on
lose
her, but I
her.
can't wail on her that much.
She's gonna lose her negatives, her hinders.
Oh, she's going to lose them anyway when I punch her to death.
Right, but
So, okay.
but my point is, like,
Oh, you're right. I do want to go first.
you want those because
-7 is also
You want to
super
remove
nice,
them.
which means she
And I
doesn't
have my
kill us all.
+3.
maybe
and
she
we don't
can't
have any
anyway.
negatives.
I think it's a calculated risk.
It's also the only power that I have that I haven't used yet.
Use your max die.
Ooh, that's a 10.
So that's a 10.
Do you have any bonuses?
I've got +3 from overcharge.
So a 13.
So that's a 13.
Holy crap. Okay, so you do a really good job of making
Yeah.
this alluring place. And all of them go into it and are gone.
Yeah.
Do they disappear as soon as they go through it? Yeah?
Yep.
So as soon as they hit the real world,
Yeah.
gone.
So shove her through, turn it into like a Judge Doom situation.
Oh, God. That poor shoe.
Yeah, I know. It's awful.
Do you ever feel bad for the shoe in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when they test the
course.
dip?
Because it's awful.
It's awful.
Also, I just put snakes on a plane.
So these are gone.
Nice. I like how that was an elaborate setup for that.
as Matt,
It
but it's
really
in like in a
was.
stealthy way.
It really was. I was like,
'Cause we all take it
how
very
can I
seriously.
make this joke? Ah, yes, I've got it. Also, I think this will work.
That's good.
Now I think the plan of just hitting her a lot is absolutely a good
Hold
idea.
on. Use your snake to hinder her.
Yes. My snake friend is going to try to wrap itself around her legs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what it is. I just want a hinder.
Right, of course.
Of any
no,
kind.
that's legit.
7.
That's a another minus 2.
Cool. It doesn't matter.
I know.
Just remember that she has 4 hinders. Because I'm going to take a minor twist.
Okay.
Because I made a mistake and healed for 1. So now I'm in yellow. And I need to use a
Right,
red
yeah.
power. So I'm going to use a red power. Oh, I don't actually use that die. I'm attacking with strength and close combat. I am going to big finish her.
Okay.
Which is, I'm just going to wail on her. I'm going to attack using close combat.
Okay.
I'm going to hit for my max die, which is a 5, which is an 8. Then I'm going to remove all of her penalties and hit her for each penalty that I remove for a 2, which is another 8. I hit her for 16.
Whoa, okay. So
I attack using close combat, use your max die, remove any number of penalties from the target, add your min die to the attack each time you remove a penalty. So I
Nice.
just hit her, and then hit her,
So
and then
you
hit her. I
just
hit
like
her 5 times.
tackle her to the ground and just like.
So she takes a total of 16 damage, and that is you
I'm
kind
assuming
of
this only applies to the first, because it's all one
right.
added together.
You kind of knock her off of that thing,
Yeah.
and deal her a bunch of damage. She's still there, but she's like
Oh,
knocked
yeah.
down.
No, I want her to know that we mean business.
Yep.
It's business time.
You want her to know that you're a really good target.
Who do you pass it to?
I think she's the only
Her or
one.
the scene tracker.
so.
Those are your choices.
I mean, I'll pass the scene tracker. That's fine.
Cool. So the scene tracker goes like this.
Yeah.
Then when she goes, actually, she also passes it to the minion generator,
Yeah.
which outputs 2 cyber snakes.
Boo. But okay, that's fine.
Then
One last time.
she goes and she gets
Is
up
it 4 the next time?
and she puts her hand down on the ground like this, and a wave of purple energy comes out.
It's my favorite kind of energy. I like purple.
I mean, I'm not against purple. It's just, this is a sinister purple.
So
Amber is the color of her.
you're
hair.
all near here, right? Because you're all doing stuff around here.
Yeah,
That's
down
So you
the
all
road.
take 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
But then you are shoved off of this building through the air really far. This wave of energy comes out and shoves you away. Really far. So it just deals you 3 damage and shoving you away. That's all. But now,
Do we fall off the roof?
yeah.
Okay.
But that is part of the damage.
So
right.
in this
So,
thing,
yeah.
because this is actually important.
I have a parachute.
Does this
That's true.
Does this do anything to Jen's constructs? Like, does it damage them in any way or
No.
destroy them?
No.
Boo. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to use that.
So,
Right.
so you are
Yep.
just now
It's a stretch.
Yep.
pushed away from the building quite a ways. So you wind up kind of at the base of a tree. Anyone that wants to wind up in the river can.
I'm probably in the air still.
Yeah, it's going to still be in the air, yeah.
Yeah.
But all it's going to do is it's going to take
just
you...
Go out and then just stay there. Like,
It's going to take you around to get back to her,
Okay.
to that building. You're off in
None of
many
us have
directions.
any sort of range.
Still in this world. though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, still in this world. You're right around here. It's just like a long ways over there. It's just going to take
Okay.
you
We can still see her
Oh, yeah.
if we're
You're just-
high enough to.
Right, exactly. You're just very far away.
Real high.
Can we see like the storm roiling overhead, or
No.
is it just gone?
Completely gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is from the outside.
Yeah.
So who does she pass it to?
So then she is going to pass it back to the scene tracker.
That's okay.
How dare it?
And then this... Scene tracker went? She went.
She was
Scene
the other
tracker.
round.
And then she's going to go again, and she puts her hand down and removes the construct that you made. It just disintegrates and stops being
Yeah.
stops being the fake door that you painted there, stuff like that.
Cool. So everyone's a critic. When one of your bonuses, penalties, or other creation of your powers is destroyed, deal a target damage equal to the roll of your awareness die.
Oh, okay. Roll that.
You just roll a d8.
Yep.
That's great. There's just some damage. Please, for the love of God, keep destroying her things.
Oh, D8. I'm totally cheating right now. It's fine.
It's something.
It's a 1.
It's
Making
something.
progress.
Yeah. So some of you are on the other side of the
I finally get to
river.
use that ability, and it's like, "Meh."
Some of you are various
One.
places. So now I will pass this on to you.
Okay. Are my allies considered nearby?
No.
Okay. Any of them?
No.
Okay. Can I use an ability and spend my time traveling also?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm
happy
gonna
with the trees
use
now?
let me help on myself
Yeah.
because I'm near me,
Yeah.
and I defend
Well, no, you
using
already
bubbles,
used
and
your
I
reaction.
use my max die to do it, and then I boost using my min die.
Cool.
So bubbles definitely, which is my
So this
D10.
will affect you.
This will affect me. And creativity as I
Oh,
give myself bubble gauntlets and bubble
that degrades.
um,
Oh no, it doesn't. It's saved. But it still degrades, right?
degrades, yeah. Bubble gauntlets and bubble, like a bubble shield or something, I don't know. And then, and so, sure, creativity for this one, that's fine. And then my yellow die, because I'm definitely still in yellow. So, defend using my max die, which is an 8. How does defend work? Did you just get that number?
Yeah. So you the next time you would take damage, you reduce it by 8.
Great.
That's
And then I
awesome.
boost using my min die, which is a 3, which is a +1.
Yeah.
+1 boost.
Nice.
Cool. +1 shield.
Nice.
And then I'm going to pass it off. Anyone?
And so you're flying back to the
I'm
apartment
flying back.
building.
Yeah,
Here's the
Specifically.
yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to be near them to continue with the boosting all of us, hindering all of them.
Okay.
And potentially making everything go wrong. Do you want me to keep risking it and
Yes.
keep doing
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
So
please.
I'm not going to climb back up this round. I'm
Sure.
just going to do that from the ground.
Yeah. So because that has a really large range, like it can
It's
affect-
the entire scene.
Oh,
Like,
geez.
it's
Yeah. Then
everything.
absolutely. Yeah.
So electricity and there's
Yeah, none of my powers have because they're psychic.
leadership.
I
Have like a nearby or anything.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I have a lot of AoE stuff.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using non-special.
Yeah, usually when
dice.
it says stuff like that, it's like in the scene means kind of everybody, or like nearby somehow.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I
And she's got an ability
Don't
that
want
pushes you
doubles.
out of the nearby somehow range.
didn't get doubles.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
That's
I
very good.
mean, is it?
So,
Well, yes,
so-
because I
so-
got an 11 off of that.
Right. You still have your retcon, and you can max out that one and turn
I
it
don't.
into-
I used that
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
to max out the lightning,
Yeah.
which
Still,
I'm
I
glad
mean-
that I did.
You also
Yeah.
still have the old computer core of the cyber snake generator.
I do. I don't know if that'll help me in any way, but
I was remembering that she made a new one.
It's hard.
all right. So that's max plus min
I eat a
is
snake. It's delicious.
A 11, so that's another +3 to all of us.
Right.
And -3 to... Actually, hold on.
Yep.
What?
I have yet to use my overcharge, which makes that a 14. So that's a +4 to all of us, -4 to all of them.
Oh, what is? Oh, from the last time.
Yes.
Nice.
She had her standing
Right.
+3.
Yeah.
Yeah, please keep doing that.
So it's a -4 to her.
Great.
Because
Yes.
like
Yeah, no, it'll keep... This is
It
the danger
compounds.
of overcharge.
it compounds.
It'll
Because you're
keep
like,
going
ooh,
until
it's a good
something
idea to do it all the time.
colossally bad happens.
You said it's already major twist. I like that a bunch.
Well,
And she gets a -4 as well.
That's
Yeah.
for all of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's there to remind me. There's always something that reminds me.
Does anybody have a thing that they
You
want to
beat me
do?
to it. I already went.
I wonder
so
if people
where
like
is she?
this
Is
thing
she,
that we
like-
do annoyingly.
It's for us.
I mean, it is. I like
Yeah.
it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. That's not what I asked.
They can't stop it.
Where
That's
is
true.
she?
She's on top
On top of that
of
building.
the
She's
dome.
standing on top
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
building.
On top of the generator thing that is.
Yeah, some sort of laser wings.
Yep. She does have laser wings.
A lot like a dragon I saw once.
So I was gonna make a shield out of a bunch of little bubbles,
I can
Alright.
lasso her off of that.
Or I did
and
that thing.
Throw her
Yeah.
closer to you. If
and
you
like I'm just
wanna-
trying to like
I
imagine
don't.
what it
I
might
don't
look like.
because
Yeah.
we're gonna get
Just a
another
bunch of
round
circles in the
to
shape of shield, I
play on
guess.
Yeah.
Because she already went this round.
It's true.
So
Okay.
we can roll it and take a big long
Yep.
thing, lay hinders on her, get
Okay.
another -4,
Right.
get another minus whatever.
So is that kind of our plan for this round then? Just throw a bunch of hinders at her?
That's what I would like, and I can hit her really
Okay.
hard. Or if you want to just hit her, that's also valid.
No,
I
if
can
you
make some
wanna
hinder
throw
golems.
hinders,
I'm also
that's fine.
I'm
That's
also
true.
strongly in the red
That's a
zone.
fantastic idea.
Oh, God.
Jen,
golems.
can you make hinder golems? Well, you don't make golems, but
I could. I'd have to take a minor twist, but you know.
I think it's probably worth it.
Yeah, I could do that.
What minor twist do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want me to do that now, or did someone else want to go first?
Considering that
Like
they
I'm
have
gonna
to, they don't
add.
go
I'm gonna
with
add a.
I mean Matt can't
More
punch
hinders.
her this round anyway because
Why
Matt's
don't you
too
go
far away.
and put your hinders on her first?
Does it make sense? No, we have a pretty big overcharge.
Oh, but next she doesn't have to go next round until.
Right.
Okay, right.
right. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
the
take this.
thing.
Everyone
entire
can
round
act
to
twice
build
before she
hinders.
goes
Yeah,
again.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play a dirge for her. So I'm going to suggest and persuade her. I'm just gonna play a real sad song.
Like what's it?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, let me read this. Apply to sex. Okay, so it's still the mid, but so that's a 5, but it's a +4, so it's a 9.
Well, there you
So
go.
I have overcharge.
Yes.
From her.
So that is a penalty?
No, 9. It's I'm
So
generating a hinder.
Yeah, that's
So
what I mean.
minus
three.
So yes. So good.
So that's
So
a
minus
minus
So
3.
-3. It's going to be called
Another-
Sound of Silence.
Yes. And then my overcharge is gone. I forgot to have the snake attack her legs.
Yeah, I mean the snake's not there.
So it's a minus.
Oh, the
Not
snake
good.
isn't there. That's right.
Yeah.
You could have a boost too.
No, I'm gonna have the snake close with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the snake's
I mean,
gonna
it can do
spend
both
its round
things.
going up there.
Yeah. Choop, 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 choop.
Yep.
It's good at it.
Probably very good at it. Who wants to go next?
I think you have one option, don't you?
Am I the only one that
Jen
has
hasn't
one?
gone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Jen
All right, so we're gonna copy and paste.
has gone, haven't gone tokens.
Yeah. I'm going to make them in the GM kit.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I will just copy and paste more of. Well, that's an
You want to
interesting
confuse
thought.
her by giving her more snakes?
That's what I was thinking, and then I was
Either-
concerned that maybe if I made them, that they would
So,
attack us.
like having hinder snakes that are constantly harassing her is awesome. We could also have hinder snakes or have overcome snakes that are constantly dealing with the minion generator, so we don't have to.
That's true.
It's
Yep.
pretty good.
In fact, that's what my snake's going to start doing next turn, rather than add hinders.
I'm gonna make hinder golems.
I like that. Okay, so
I like that they're going to be just a number of circles because the bubbles don't exist in 3
Yeah.
dimensions in this world.
Very two-dimensional.
Yes.
And when they walk, they go beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop.
Like old neon lights, like
Yeah.
animated neon
Right.
lights that they just flick between two phases.
Right.
Yeah. So
Like the Budweiser wings.
Yeah.
Just like that.
actually, instead of making snakes, what I'm
Reference that nobody who hasn't
Yep.
driven on.
I was
You
thinking
have to-
Game & Watch, but
You have to
sure.
live in St. Louis in order to
We
understand
live
that.
in the land of beer
Yes,
because of Budweiser.
correct.
None of us drink Budweiser, but we reap the benefits of Budweiser having ruined the government.
supposed to use my mid. Okay.
So that you have a +4 for your overcharge.
So that would be
Actually, you have a +3 and a +4.
no. I just have +4.
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't know
So
what
my
that
mid is a 2,
Yeah.
so that would be a 6.
Correct.
So I'm making 6 minions. Is that enough?
was.
I don't think so,
Is
honestly.
that enough?
No,
Yes.
I think that if you can like
I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
ludicrous it
So-
out, do it.
Yeah.
I've got
the
a bonus.
You have to decide
that-
those first.
Oh, you're right.
But you
can
have your
retcon.
collected trade.
I do. I have my collected
You
trade.
could max out.
You can remember
Either one
last
of the
time
other
where I
guys
made a
and
whole
make
bunch
7
of
minions.
and you're like, oh, that seemed really good.
Yeah.
If you max out anything but that 7, it automatically becomes 11 minions. Because you'll still use your mid, and the 7 will be your mid then.
Well, I'm creating minions equal to my mid die.
Right, but if
Right.
you take the 1 or the 2 and max them out,
Right,
then
if you
your
make this a
7
10, your
is
mid
a
is now
mid,
7.
and then you have a +4, which means 11, which is
Gotcha.
almost twice as many.
Yeah. Let's do that. That sounds great.
Sell it.
Um,
Sell it in the store.
Well, okay, so instead of making snakes, what I'm actually making are they're people. So
Lizards.
no.
Snakes with
Wizards?
legs.
Minions are people.
So what I was thinking was
Actually, mine
that
are.
I have in an
It's a joke
another
for
life,
Paul
I
only.
have worked with people who worked on computers. So like I was around kind of at the invention of computers and like motherboards and things like that. So I'm going to essentially make copies of that person from my past life that are now working at figuring out how to overcome and take down this
Store of Jorbs?
thing.
Store of Jorbs. They're very litigious. Intellectually distinct Steve Jobs.
Yes.
Steve Jobs.
Yes, there. Sorry.
Very biblical.
That's good.
Right.
Very nice.
So that's what I'm creating. There are 11
There's 11 of them. So you need.
and they're D6s.
I can contribute those.
Here,
Here.
some more. I don't know if that's enough. This is also 10. Take the snake.
When you made that joke earlier, Matt, I confirmed to myself that I do know the Quenya names of all 5 of the Astari
I'm sure that you do.
off the top of my head.
Can I have a
I can't
card
imagine
for
what
these?
all of their friends.
You need more?
Well, no, I need a
note
card
card.
to put these on.
Here you are.
It's actually Steve Job, but the guy from Lawnmower Man.
I like that. I hope that they all look like that too.
Oh.
Like really god awful virtual reality.
The movie has so little virtual reality in it. We're being a movie about virtual reality.
Either that or they all look like Max Headroom.
Oh, horrifying.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's
The
it.
last one.
That's all I got.
That's all
Sorry.
you got is make
go
a
to
I
minion.
got
next.
11.
So who
Right.
goes next?
Do you want another overcharge before you?
It shouldn't be me.
Do you want another overcharge before
mean,
you summon your minions?
I can make a bunch of hinder golems.
Yes, but do you want another overcharge before you
I
do
don't,
that?
I
So
don't
there's
know
a
that I need
ludicrous
to
number.
do that. Like, what if I
Because
just
your hinder golems are going to get to go before she goes.
right? What if I just attack and hinder?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think that's fine. We already have.
Do you want an overcharge before that? Yes, Maggie is a comment.
So Lucas Durham
Mhm.
1000 gives +1 to every for each PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right, so there's 4.
Yes.
Because
much
there
did
are
you
4
shoot?
of us.
4 plus 1s.
Yeah.
So 400.
Yeah.
He'd shoot 400.
Yes.
Use
When
your
he
words.
said PC, sorry, when he said PC, I didn't think he was saying primary character. I thought he was saying something else.
Personal
No,
computer.
for every computer that you
Yeah.
have in front of you, so we all
Oh,
get
so
we all
plus
get
two.
two.
Plus 2. Wait, hold on.
Maggie has two computers in front of her.
I do
For
have
those
two
of you who
computers
played
in
the home
front of
game.
me.
Did he
Three
have
kind
any?
of phone.
Did he have any?
Oh, yeah,
like-
3.
I mean, yeah, but it's not
But
like
it-
But it was really this
Well, I
many.
shut that off because of the.
But is that one for
Fingerprint.
each of us, or is that
One for each computer is what I really thought that it was talking
okay?
about.
Cool.
Computer. One PC.
that's not.
All right.
There's no more jokes down this road.
Nope.
I'm going to say I can use that, like I can now use the core heart as a boost because that's my PC.
That's true.
What?
I think I was trying to think of the name of somebody.
So,
What does
so
it do?
attacking her doesn't let her use up any of her hinders, right? Does it?
Unless she has like a defense. And
She has a
then
defense
if she
thing.
does,
Then we learn
that's
anything.
also fine.
Right.
We learn a thing, and also
Yeah.
then I get to hit her
Yeah.
harder.
No, it does not
Yes.
inherently. Yeah.
Okay.
Uses up defense.
Right now, she doesn't have any of those. though.
No, she has those two up there.
She just has
right.
those two.
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm stacking them there so I remember if I make the cyber snakes go, that it's also cyber snakes.
So I'm going to use Watch Your Step on her again, and also the cyber snakes. So bubbles, a bunch of bubbles under their feet, and
Like little bubble caltrops.
I mean they're round. They're more, it's more
Right.
like just walking on marbles, I guess.
Not walking on.
I like the idea that like each one is a circle with
And
like
then-
3 caltrop spike circles so that they're even
Yeah.
more like rolly and weird.
So here we go. Geez, I've got things.
So
There's
many.
an overcharge I'll probably use in there.
Actually, if they're 2-dimensional, you
Do
can
I have
just
to
have them
declare that
perpendicular, so
beforehand?
they're essentially like lines,
Yes.
and then they're
Okay.
Well,
You
that
do.
just happens on the
Sure.
I
next
think I am
slicing.
going to
Yeah.
use that.
I like it.
So here we go. So I hinder with my max, or wait, I hinder with my mid, which will be a 7,
Okay.
and I attack with my min, which will be a 2 plus 4 for my overcharge.
So 4 damage.
No, 2 plus 4. So
Oh, 6 damage.
6 damage.
Right, a -2 right there.
Okay.
Because that's the hinder. And then I will mark down the 4 damage. Nice. She's taking a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, here and there.
You go, and then I'll go, and I'll hit her for as many as I can.
yeah.
And that was actually a
And
pretty
I'm
decent
gonna-
hit too.
Yeah, well, it's because I boosted it with 4.
Yeah.
And then that means it is Jen's turn.
No.
No.
Jen just went.
I thought, oh, she was.
Braithwaite's turn, and then me.
Oh,
and then
okay.
them.
Okay, cool. Braithwaite then.
All right.
She started the round, kind of.
I thought she was the end of the last one. Anyway,
Shit.
that's fine.
And
Oh, maybe she
lightning.
I kind
She
of think
was.
it was.
She
was.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's you, and then you, and then me.
Yeah.
Hinder monsters.
Can you close with her, or is that what you did last turn?
Oh, no.
Because we need you to get in position.
I need to get in position. Throw me. What? I don't think this is going.
I don't think I can.
I can pull her to you.
Well, okay.
actually.
Yeah, yeah.
There we
because
go.
all of your your guys will
Yeah.
do their thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
That's
gonna
true.
overcome, and I can just like lasso and.
So
throw her
both
down
of them
to
are
you.
going to have an overcome of like, "Huh, we're going this way.
Anyway,
Overcome hugs.
I want my copper dice, if possible. All right, so going with the
Tiny
overcharge again.
policeman.
And still no doubles. So that is now that's another 14. And
Sure.
that's another +4 to all of us, -4 to her, and then the bots.
Yep.
I'm gonna go in hard. All right, Jen. We're gonna take her out.
So they got another
take her out on the
-4.
So, just to clarify, these all have to go toward the same overcome, or they
No,
just
no.
all have to
They
make
each,
an
the
overcome?
only action they can perform is overcome. But
Yeah.
each one of those 11 freaking bats can do a different overcome.
Okay.
So just one at a time, try to drag her
So
over
what
to
you've
where
created
Matt is.
there are a lot of twist generators. A
Yes.
really...
So we need to get her closer to you, yeah?
That would be
She
good.
is up high, you are down low.
Yes.
Each one of them has +8. No, they all have +4 because of
When you made them.
of the overcharge.
That is true. So they're very good at overcoming things right now.
They're much
And
less likely to
They're
generate.
very bad at
twists.
generating major twists.
So I was
Which
going to
normally
send.
You
D6
could possibly even have some of them fail instead,
Exactly. Well, that's
instead
what I
of the major
suppose.
twist.
But D6,
I know that's not our normal style.
D6 overcome minions are just like a fantastic source of major twists.
Yes.
All right, so one at a time, they're going to essentially, as many as it takes, grab onto her and try to pull her down off the edge and down to the ground over where you are.
Yes.
All right, just get her down
So,
like within
yeah.
closable
Within
range.
range.
So,
It's not-
yeah,
it's not-
they-
You know what?
Just-
That will be an overcome. So
I don't know how many it's going to take, so I'm just going to roll one at
Yeah,
a
yeah.
time. So it's a 4 plus 4.
but you've got +4, so it's gonna.
So
So you just do
and
it.
eight.
It's done.
It's just it already happened.
done.
You succeeded, right?
Cool.
Like with a +4, overcomes are really easy.
Yeah.
With it.
Turns out,
Awesome.
Yeah.
on a scale of 0 to 8,
Right.
where 8 is you just achieve your goal, and
Right.
everything beyond that is butter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
To be fair, it's somewhere in like the -4 range to 8.
Well, now you
So
have
that
all these
one's
other
gone.
ones.
so now I've got all these other overcome minions.
What are they gonna do?
Shut down the
Yeah,
the
work
worm,
on the
worm machine.
The worm.
All right.
hole
Yeah.
thing.
They can do that. The cyber snake generator.
Yeah, the wormhole.
so
8.
Another 8.
Yep. That's disabled.
now
What
I
else
guess
do we
I
need
guess
to
now you can just
overcome?
like keep having them disable it more.
Well, it's totally disabled, but they could like look into other things. They can investigate stuff for you. They can go try to do other
anything
stuff.
that is an overcome.
Right, exactly. Like you've got a ton of them. You can do a ton of stuff right now.
You could have them all like stack up on top of each other and try and pull that thing out of the sky. I mean, that's like difficult to
Yeah.
overcome, but again, you've
But
got an army.
Good news, I've got a punch. Yeah. All right,
It's like a
so
reverse barrel of monkeys.
So you want to
Yeah.
try to disable the Siberian orchestrator?
Oh, you should have
Yeah.
to try to pull the dome off the roof, like entirely, like off of the building.
is that useful?
I mean, if it's
More
not on
so
the
than
building.
trying to
I mean,
pull
I
this
guess
down?
that's true. Can they get to it?
Well,
If they stack on top of each other.
Well, you're going to
News,
have to
they're
succeed in
rope
2
crafting.
overcomes to stack on top of each other enough to get up there.
yeah,
This human pyramid.
Yeah, you're going to.
Yeah.
There's going to be 2
Of
overcomes to make a
sculptures.
pyramid.
it's kind of like the ants that like can build a bridge out of themselves, but it's people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's horrific.
It's
And
fine.
rotoscope turtlenecks.
Right.
They sort of maybe look like lemmings now. It's fine.
So,
That's
yeah.
So yes. So you did. There's 1. You're getting there.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a 6.
It's only a 6.
You want to
Succeed with a minor twist?
You want to succeed with a minor twist or
Oh
fail?
yeah, succeed
Oh,
with
okay.
a minor twist.
Well, so
Of
you get up
course.
there, but
What does a minor twist mean in this goofy scenario?
I'm really
mean,
hoping it's another
like-
challenge that they can just keep resolving.
Right.
Realistically, it probably drops something on one of the things and it just goes away. The one it lands on goes away.
Realistically.
Yeah.
Realistically, in this cyber domain with the
Yes.
rotoscoped floating
We've all been in this
platform
situation, okay?
that you weren't even sure
I
was
just I
real.
like the thought that these look like lemmings with just like gray turtleneck
Oh yeah.
shirts and
right.
jeans.
So the next one is
into
just going to be
jeans.
hindered.
Yeah.
What did you get? You got a 6. The next one is going to have a -2 hinder.
Okay,
So only a +2. Oh, a
that's
5.
a 5.
So this was the one attempting to disable it.
Yep. First
So
This one falls to its death.
what is it trying to do?
It's trying to. Let me think about that for a second. So this is how big is this?
Quite large, like the size of this building.
Cool.
Go after the engines.
So yeah.
Yeah, it has like
engine
hover
core.
engines.
Just like go for
All
the
right.
core.
So there's 2 of them.
Cool.
So that's you're gonna succeed with a minor twist at disabling one of them.
Yeah.
Great. So you do, and the next one is also gonna get hindered.
4,
Better.
8. Hindered for how much?
2.
So
So
that's a
6.
6. Okay. So now you do, and it slowly starts to crash out of the sky,
Mm-hmm.
and it hits the shore on the other side of the Rhine.
Now they make a bridge.
Have them drag it across to us. There's nothing these things can't do.
That might be one of the things they can do.
They could investigate it, though.
Yeah.
They got to get to it first, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
Did it overcome actually to
it's an
swim?
overcome to
just
investigate.
one-
Well, they were
overcome to
like
get
climbed
there?
up there. They were climbed over there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
for one of them to pull the other ones over there. That's what it'll be.
3 plus 4, so 7.
Okay.
This one just pushes the tower of them over.
So succeed with a minor twist.
Yeah.
Let's walk across this.
Just keep going.
Yep.
All right, so they succeeded. They're now
Yep, they are just
over
gonna do this in this,
at
yeah.
the thing.
Yep.
All right. So now, let's see, we've crash landed it. They're going to try to find the bridge and take a look at like the computers, or
Yeah.
Oh, not the bridge over the river. Got it.
not the bridge over troubled waters, the bridge of this.
Yeah. Roll one to find it.
6. Success.
Okay.
A minor twist.
Except it's a 4.
Why?
Because you keep getting minor twists, so it keeps being at -2 from there.
Gotcha.
But that's all right. So you've successfully found the computer core, because this was entirely automated.
Cool. There's no crew, there's no nothing,
Nope.
it's just a computer core.
Yeah.
Pull it out.
And
Yeah.
transmitters and stuff like that.
All right, we're gonna pull it out. That's a 6 plus 4, that's a 10 minus 2, I assume.
Yep.
So
Eight.
it's
Which is
8.
an
So you pulled it out.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 hearts.
What are you going to do?
And these two's just high five.
So it's like out, but what are you going to do with it?
I'm
Break it
Throw,
down.
throw it in the river.
Actually, no.
bring it. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
like
bring it
have
back
them-
over,
have-
right?
yeah, get it to
So
us
that
safely.
we can, yeah.
Set it next to Mishap.
Maybe not. so
No,
much.
we need to know. I think we need to know what's going on here. So that's an 8.
Yeah, it's an 8, and you didn't have a minus from before.
That's
so
right.
here's another 8. So you drag it over by you.
Yeah. All right. And then
So, okay. So all of these construct thingies disappear when they go to the real world.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to preserve a computer core from here and get anything useful out of it?
I'm gonna draw it to be hyper realistic so that it still exists in the real world.
Okay.
I don't know if that works.
Find out.
We'll have to find out.
I mean, we can take the hyper realistic one that's here and chuck it into the real world and see what happens. But that was originally the power source for the wormhole generator
Oh,
thing.
right.
We can just chuck that into the real world and see what happens.
That's true.
I mean, I've got that. I pulled it out.
Yeah. So you can chuck that into the real world.
We'll test it. Let's first.
What do we want this last?
I don't know.
Steve Jobs Lemming. What do we
You
need
tell
to
me.
do?
Just the turtleneck?
Yeah.
It's definitely an overcome action.
Yep.
Fail or succeed with a major twist.
Right.
We've got it. I don't know what to. All right.
fail?
Can he
Pulls
just
the turtleneck over his head.
can he just investigate it and see if there's any knowledge to be gained?
Oh,
from
yeah,
it?
you can try to download a bunch of
because
stuff from it.
he
Totally.
knows about computers.
Because he knows about computers. Which is why I built these in the first place, not to crash
got a nice-
a ship
so-
and pull it over.
So yeah, there you go. You downloaded all the information from it. So now it is inside that construct.
That's inside of Steve Jobs.
Jeez.
Stan Jorbs, thank you very much.
Stan Jorbs?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it seems like
So if this, it was downloaded into
yeah,
this,
download into that. But you know because it's your construct. So you know that this has been transmitting the all the data via a series of satellites to another location. And
Cool.
you know that Siberian orchestrator was responsible for maintaining this whole cyber realm.
The thing I just pulled down.
Yeah.
And ripped the core out of. Yeah. But the
Even
realm
when we
still
succeed,
exists.
we can still manage to eke out major twists. I like it.
But the realm still exists.
I mean, for right now, nothing has gone
Are
wrong.
we all gonna die?
Interesting.
Do we live here forever? If we leave, do we cease to exist?
Whose turn is it?
I think it's Matt's.
Or is it technically still?
No, you haven't
No,
even
now
gone
it's your
yet.
turn.
Oh my gosh.
Jen has
it's
a
your
bomb.
turn.
Cool.
Just the stands did.
All right. So now, do you want me to pull her down toward you so that you can?
I thought
okay,
one of the
sure.
I thought one of the Jorbs did that.
Oh, that's
They
right.
did. That's done
Yeah.
already.
They did.
So now
That's
you're
done.
going to do one of your persistent hinders. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Why not?
Is that creative block?
Yeah, creative block, which I think is the same dice pool I just used. Yes, it is.
So many overcome.
I still have 2
I don't know what they're gonna do
overcharges and a +1 from the PC.
Just let them free.
All right,
You're gonna
so
take
you're
over one.
using that
Bunch of
penalty is
Mr.
exclusive and
Meeseeks.
persistent.
All right.
Take over one.
essentially
Which die do
you're
you
making-
use?
You're adding
It's
plus
just a regular
9 if
hinder
you
roll.
want.
Okay, cool. So 9.
I mean, I think you have to use both overcharges because you're doing.
Cool.
Like,
so
this is your
that's,
thing, so
that's
that's-
a 9 plus 8.
Yes. So this is a -4. A -4 persistent hinder.
Bam, bam.
Eat one, get more health.
kill one of the minions and eat. I'm just gonna eat all of your minions. When you eliminate a minion,
That would work.
I'm not gonna do that.
So
You're
I'm
gonna-
going to do the
I
original
could have had
concept
that one just
of,
be like,
of another
sacrifice
snake
myself upon the altar.
pulling her down.
Sweet. I like it. So what are you going to do now?
Well, first, Mr. Snack is going to hinder her for a reason that is irrelevant. What does a 1 do? That's a -1?
-1.
Great. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 hinders on her. So now we're going to do another big finish. So I'm firmly in the red now, so it's a D12. Close combat, is a D8, and strength is a D8. So I attack using my max die, which is a 10,
Plus.
plus 4, plus our cheer, so plus 5 is 15. And then I hit for 4, 6 times. So 24 more damage.
You do that, and she disintegrates into a bunch of digital pixelization.
And when I do that,
Yeah.
oh no, it's only when I kill a minion. Never mind. That's why.
I kill a
and I
minion.
heal for a whole
I
bunch.
come back up. And the entire cyber realm also disintegrates around you, and you come back into reality. And as soon as you do, there are now people there.
That was cool. Let's do it again.
No. Let's take naps.
That was a fun ride.
If we end another scene, I'll be in end another session, I'll be in yellow. Finally.
Do we still have?
I
do we still
sit
have
down,
AI
I'm
core? We
really
just
hurt.
Make a new one of these. And
So the core
I got
and
bit by a
whatnot,
lot of
did they
snakes.
stick around?
No,
Pushed off a roof.
they did not.
Bummer.
But you have the information from them. You have
Cool.
some of the
Which
information
is
that you don't.
very-
All right.
Very
you said there are
important.
people around now?
Yeah,
Just general people?
Yeah.
Or?
walking around. Everything's fine.
Okay.
There's not a weird construct thing sitting on top of the actual European Parliament.
Interesting.
Weird.
There's not wreckage of a thing anywhere.
I never,
Like
I'm
nothing.
going to see if any
I
other people
never got to
remember
make
anything.
a light cycle.
They don't.
They don't. There's
Call the UN for a medic.
Absolutely. They come and get you, and the entire storm and anomaly has disappeared, and they're very pleased by that. Did you learn what was going on? What was happening?
Well, we know where it was coming from because when we killed it, it went away.
All right.
I mean, I
There's
assume that we
definitely a
would we'd give
super
them
villain.
the information that was downloaded by
Yeah.
Stan Jorbs?
Stan George's turtleneck lemming.
All right. Well, they take it in, and they're like, well, okay. It's a very strange, this is some partial information from here, but what we do know, we have managed to find that it was transmitted through satellites, all the way through a chain of satellites to Antarctica.
Yeah. Globetrotting. So much globetrotting.
We're gonna have to get on a plane again.
More planes. We're gonna have to crash a plane again.
we're going to
It's
destroy
fine.
another plane.
Apparently, I can toboggan a plane out of the sky, so it's fine.
You did that once at least.
If I did it once, I can do it again.
Do you have anything else you want to ask them or tell them or figure out or talk about with your team?
I don't even know. This is so abrupt.
So yeah, we discovered that we
I hit her twice and she died.
No,
Hit her twice a lot.
you hit her over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Twice.
It was really gruesome. I'm assuming there were weird pink digital splatters.
So that was it was such a fascinating thing. I didn't expect your approach to be like, we don't care about information at all. Violence.
Well, I mean, we got a major twist, and then
no,
violence.
Well, then
happened
brought
at
her
us.
out, right? And then you
Yeah.
were like, and it's interesting. No, everything is fine. I expected you to, it was interesting, so it's interesting, what I create, and I'm like, oh, they might do this kind of stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
I don't know why you did
useless.
that.
Right.
But also, she's the only one that died.
Right.
All of the other ones were no, they're in jail. They're in supervillain jail now.
Yeah.
And she ceased to exist.
Right.
So maybe we were gonna get information out of her, later, but not now. That's over.
And at least we know where our next destination is.
Do we know anything more about what's going on?
We're going to Antarctica, which is a really small place, and it's going to be easy to pinpoint whatever the problem is.
Sure. Okay.
I actually like that we're
But-
going into the finale with knowing nothing.
Like,
It's very us.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. We know that there's someone who's been selling tech to would-be villains.
That's true.
We
I
think
mean,
that it's
They're called
Dr.
carpenter bees,
Esuzio.
and would-be villains.
We think that it's this Dr. Esuzio. And my guess is that all of these people who have cropped up have benefited from his inventions in some form or another. And he's just stayed behind the scenes in Antarctica amassing information.
So we have to go
But
punch a
why, I
doctor.
don't know.
Right.
Go punch a doctor. Got it.
I mean,
Thanks, team leader.
all right, making progress.
Baby steps.
There is progress.
I'll
It's
take
pretty
it.
good. I
That's
like the
actually a
social
pretty good
stuff in the
name for
art.
this issue. Is baby steps.
Baby steps. I like that better than out of service.
Yeah. So we learned nothing. As usual. As is
all right,
always
really.
true with us
You
as
learn a
humans,
lot about
players, and characters.
yourselves.
right.
Yeah, that's true. We worked through some stuff.
Right.
There was dramatic
Doesn't
tension
like
in the
the
beginning of the
Beatles.
episode, and then we punched stuff until the world went away, and a different world was replaced it. And
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'm in like a
how I
weird
live my
Inception
life.
thing. Like I keep spinning tops. No one knows why, because I don't know which reality is the real one.
Question is, does it fall?
Does the chat have any questions or comments before we go?
There were a lot of comments, but no questions yet. So that escalated quickly. Only came to a 4. You only said that escalated quickly 4 times.
Oh,
So we're kind of disappointed.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we'll do better
We'll
next
work on
time.
that.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We finally named the group and then stopped saying the catchphrase.
You can't oversell it.
That's true.
We all definitely agreed that
we should have
Hinder is
gotten
a bad band, and that
This is
It's
the-
Business Time was the best song reference.
Really?
That was the best song reference?
Well, by I say we all agreed, I mean
You did, okay.
I
That's
said
the
it,
one
and
you.
no one argued with me.
A lot of Concords fans.
That was the one song you recognized because you're too young to know who
Excuse
Simon and
you.
Garfunkel are.
I knew who Simon and Garfunkel are.
It's
My
been a long
parents are
time
quite
since we
old.
made fun of you.
My parents are quite old.
There
It's been a
you
long
go.
time since we made
Wait, is
fun of you
that
for
also
being
a
too
Simon
young.
and Garfunkel song?
My parents are quite old.
Yeah.
Seems like one of them.
Probably.
Because I associate that with the Concords.
Right, yeah.
They want to know the favorite part, what your favorite
Oh, no,
parts
I-
were from the session.
Oh, no, that's
All right,
The
round
sound,
robin it.
the sound of
Oh, I
silence
got it.
was the
Okay,
the
you
Simon
go.
and Garfunkel
Snakes on a
one.
plane.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Like, that's mine too. You made a Snakes on a Plane reference.
I like
But you
it.
went out of your way for like 5 minutes.
Oh, I really did. I was like, please, everyone else at this table go. I gotta figure out how to get this joke in.
And it happened. And you
And
didn't
Paul
deliver.
let it work.
Paul let that happen at us.
I honestly really liked our beginning team
Yeah.
meeting. I thought that was really cool.
That was very cool.
It's cathartic.
I liked
Yeah.
the absurdity of 11 overcome minions.
Yes, that was very funny.
I like that it didn't really work out for Paul that much to get any major twists out of it, where he's just like,
Because they all had pluses, right? That was very funny. My favorite part about it internally was that I had this sequence of things that involved you figuring out what was going on, but you just
Chose
did
not to.
enough of the stuff to make the stuff end without figuring out anything.
yeah.
And I was watching it and I'm like, oh, that's really funny to me.
I see that.
I just feel
Paul's like,
Paul
well, these
always
copious
has,
notes.
always has a checklist that he never gets to cross anything off.
There's
of.
there's
I think there
entire
should be a ceremonial Paul wadding up and
Yeah.
balling up and
Right.
throwing away all the
Right.
stuff
yeah,
that he didn't use.
the biggest thing that was like that was I made this elaborate chase scene for the first season
Oh,
that
yeah.
you didn't ever do, which is fine also.
Oh, the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just like,
Which is fine.
Nah.
It was like,
Yeah.
if you want to chase the
Motorcycle
motorcycle.
Ninja, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, those are the only things that have popped in.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, we will
Well,
see you all at 11 next week.
11.
And next Tuesday at 11 is when we plan on doing GM prep. so we
Central
will
time.
talk a bunch of stuff. Central time. So Central
Plan
Asia.
things.
So in
Ignore
Astana,
it.
nope,
it's a city in
no one's,
Kazakhstan.
no one's going
No one's going there? All right.
this true.
Farewell. We will see you next week.
Bye.